5 photos. Email your submissions to mbrsvc@cvecoop.org. Entries due by Friday, May 29th at 5 p.m. Southeast New Mexico College in Carlsbad will host a STEAM Expo and open house on Thursday, April 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. Explore 8 worlds, collect stamps for epic loot, and unlock your future. Prizes you could win include a new MacBook Neo, AirPod Max, and more. To have your event listed on the KSVP community calendar, email calendar@ksvpradio.com. Please let us know at least 1 week in advance.
This is KSVP and K229 AS Artesia.
News out from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. The American military has seized another tanker linked to the smuggling of Iranian oil. This tanker was seized in the Indian Ocean. President Trump has ordered the U.S. military to shoot and kill Iranian small boats choking the Strait of Hormuz. Mr. Trump also says that mine-clearing operations are underway. Virginia's redrawn congressional map is unconstitutional, a ruling of a circuit court judge blocking certification and implementation of the Democrat-friendly map that's been sparking much debate among Virginians.
One voter in Alexandria, Matt Wallace, said he was resigned to the fact that in the current environment, it is a standard of by any means necessary to fight back.
I think that the redistricting issue across the country is unfortunate, that we've had to resort to temporary redistricting.
Those that opposed it, like Joanna Miller, focused solely on Virginia and not the rest of the country and talked about how it will disenfranchise them.
I think that the effort this fall is not in good faith, and so I voted against the redistricting because I want my vote to count in a fair way.
Another test is coming in just a week in Florida, where similar discussions are underway that could swing toward Republicans. I'm Gary Fields.
He is no longer Navy blue.
The Pentagon has abruptly announced that Navy Secretary John Phelan is leaving his job. Phelan is the first head of a military service to depart during President Donald Trump's second term. But it's just the latest in a series of shakeups of top leadership at the Pentagon, coming just weeks after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth fired the Army's top uniformed officer, General Randy George.
Correspondent Lisa Dwyer. Following months of delay, the European Union has now approved a $106 billion loan for Ukraine. On Wall Street, ahead of this morning's opening bell, Dow futures down 272 points, NASDAQ futures off 80. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
I had a lot of credit card debt, and it stressed me out. But what I thought was a solution turned out to be a problem. I kept hearing ads about debt settlement that seemed too good to be true. And actually, it was. When I called, they told me to stop paying my bills. That didn't sound right to me at all, so I hung up. Later, I found out that debt settlement is bad, real bad. Then I learned that there is a right way to pay off your credit cards. It's called a debt management program from the great team at Trinity. Trinity had a plan. In the end, I paid off my bills, I saved thousands, and I even improved my credit score.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
My name is Heather. Please forget debt settlement and remember Trinity Debt Management.
1-800-990-6976.
An ex-Philippine president will stand trial.
Judges at the International Criminal Court have confirmed crimes against humanity charges against former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte for deadly anti-drug crackdowns he allegedly oversaw while in office. A 3-judge panel found unanimously that there were substantial grounds to believe that the ex-leader was responsible for dozens of murders, first as mayor of the southern Philippine city of Davao, and later as president. Duterte was arrested last year when he was 80 years old. Proceedings were delayed due to his health concerns. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
The British Parliament has passed a bill to make cigarettes inaccessible to future generations in the UK. Children born after December 31st, 2008 will never be able to buy cigarettes under the new Tobacco and Vapes bill that awaits formal approval by King Charles. News and analysis, townhall.com. Police are hunting for a 17-year-old on charges of attempted murder after a weekend shooting near the University of Iowa City campus. 5 people were treated for gunshot wounds, and 1 woman remains in critical condition. The suspect allegedly fired 6 times into a crowded area after a fight early Sunday. It may have involved up to 40 people. Georgia Democrat Congressman David Scott has died.
Congressman Scott was the first black chairman of the House Agriculture Committee and seeking his 13th term in Congress despite challenges from within his party. Scott was a ranking member on the Agriculture Committee, despite most recently representing a metro Atlanta district. He was once a leading voice for Democrats on farm aid policy and food aid for consumers, and a prominent black member of the moderate Blue Dog Caucus. But the congressman faced criticism and concerns in recent years because of declining health. He was 80 years old.
Correspondent Bernie Bennett. More on these stories at townhall.com.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
KSVIP is Margarita Campos. Margarita is celebrating a birthday on Saturday the 25th. Happy birthday to a great fun-loving friend who is not afraid to do anything. Most importantly, she's the best grandmother to all her grandkids. And this is from the Widow's Mite. Today, Margarita, you're going to receive a flower from Nell's Floral and KSVP. Today's KSVIP, Margarita Campos.
Good morning, Artesia. It is Thursday, April 23rd. I'm your host, Scott Pettis. And man, we don't have a whole lot on the show today, so you're going to get a lot of me and Jeff today. But we do have the basketball guys coming in here in a little bit, here in the beginning of the first hour. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll talk to the Ocotillo and Aaron. But let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off. I want to jump into Scripture first thing this morning. Oh, what did I say? Did I say basically? I was corrected. Apparently, I said basketball. You see what happens when you take a day off? You can't even read anymore. So baseball guys are coming in. So we'll have them in here in a little bit. Well, let's jump into Scripture. Hey, today I want to take you to the Psalms, and I want to go to Psalm 25. It says this. It says, "To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. O my God, in you I trust. Let me not be put to shame. Let not my enemies exult over me. Indeed, none who wait for you shall be put to shame. They shall be ashamed who are wantonly treacherous. Make me known to your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your in your truth, and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day long. Remember your mercy, O Lord, and your steadfast love, for they have been from old. Remember not the sins of my youth or my transgressions. According to your steadfast love, remember me, for the sake of your goodness, O Lord. Good and upright is the Lord, therefore he instructs sinners in the way. He leads the humble in what is right and teaches the humble his way. All the paths of the Lord are steadfast love and faithfulness for those who keep his covenant and his testimonies. For your name's sake, O Lord, pardon my guilt, for it is great. Who is the man who fears the Lord? Him will he instruct in the way that he should choose. His soul shall abide in well-being, and his offspring shall inherit the land. The friendship of the Lord is for those who fear him, and he makes known to them his covenant. My eyes are ever toward the Lord, for he will pluck my feet out of the net. Turn to me and be gracious to me, for I am lonely and afflicted. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. Bring me out of my distresses. Consider my affliction and my trouble, and forgive all my sins. Consider how many are my foes, and with what violent hatred they hate me. O guard my soul and deliver me. Let me not be put to shame, for I take refuge in you. May integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait for you. Redeem Israel, O God, out of all his troubles. A beautiful psalm. It's probably, it's one of those in Psalms that just kind of encompasses an entire picture of life. A confession of sin, a desire to follow after God, a knowing protection, knowing that God is the one who protects. He's the one who defeats enemies. He's the one who brings righteousness to the land. And so as we look at it, I chose this psalm because this weekend I'm preaching on discipleship, being a disciple of the Lord, following after him. Christ comes and he, as he's calling the first disciples, he says, "Follow me," or "Come after me," and it's the definition of a Christian life. What does it mean to be a Christian? It's to follow after God, follow after Christ in his life, to look at his life and see it as an example for your own, and how we deal with one another, how we deal with our enemies, how we deal with distress. He says, bring me on my distress and forgive my sins. There's an acknowledgement that much of our distress is brought on by our sins. And so it's a beautiful psalm to look at as we're trying to understand the struggles of life. We look at our lives around us. We see the worldwide struggles when we see wars and all of this going on. But then, of course, we just, down at the micro level, we see it in our households and in our personal lives, our work lives, these constant struggles and battles and fights, the effects of the curse in real time, in our reality, right there in front of us, knowing that it is sin that brings all of this into the world and brings it into our lives, and knowing that only by following after God can we address any of this. It's only when we turn to him and say, what is it, or how is it that I'm to live? How am I to conduct myself day to day? How am I to function within relationships? How am I to do business and business dealings? How am I to learn? All of these things. And it's when we turn to him and say, those are the principles of life. I think we often truncate the Bible so much. We look at it and we go, it tells us all about our salvation, but then somehow we believe that it just kind of stops there, and that it doesn't tell us how to live life day in and day out. But this prayer, this psalm, this song that David's singing, he realizes this. He realizes that his life has to be defined by what God has told him to do. That's why he says, "Teach me your ways. Teach me your ways." How do I know, Lord? And it's by going to God's word. It's by digging into that clear picture of how God has called us to live, man. And I just hope that each of you can see that. We have, as I will say, I'll speak for American Christianity. I won't speak for the whole world. Is we have put our spiritual lives in one box over here, one pillar of life over here, and we put our day-to-day or secular life over here, and said, my spiritual life's good over here, but all this is a mess over here, and that's because you're keeping your walk with God in this box over on the side. You're doing it on Sundays, maybe Wednesday nights, but you're not looking at on Monday morning when there's a conflict with your spouse or a conflict with a coworker and going, Lord, teach me your ways of how to deal with this. You have to stop placing your walk with Christ in one box and the rest of your life in another, because there is no discernible difference between the two. Your walk with Christ is to define every moment of everything you do. And so that's my encouragement to you. So as if you're worried about what's going on in Iran, if you're worried about what's going on at work, if you're worried about what's going on in your home, turn to the Lord. Say, teach me your ways. Forgive me my sins. And that's a big one up front. Forgive me my sins. You can't pray for the forgiveness of someone else's sins. You can only pray for the forgiveness of yours. And you can only seek forgiveness in true repentance. Christ come, when he first preached, what did he preach? He said, repent and believe, for the kingdom of God is at hand. His kingdom has come. And he's saying, repent, turn away from your sins, turn towards me, believe and place your trust in me. Walk in my ways. And when we do that, that's the picture of how we're to live this life and to find peace in all of it. All right, we're going to go ahead and go to weather. We'll come back. We'll check our calendars, and then we'll go to the baseball guys and see what's going on there.
Step into a world of magic and adventure, because The Wizard of Oz is truly timeless. And now it's coming to the Ocotillo stage as the Artesia Arts Council partners with Way Way Off Broadway to bring this beloved classic to life April 25th and 26th, featuring talented local performers, vibrant costumes, and all the wonder of Dorothy's unforgettable journey down the Yellow Brick Road. Don't miss your chance to experience the magic live. Secure your tickets today at artesiaartscouncil.com. Ad paid by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a quick cold front moving through the area. It will stay really warm today, but the wind could be pretty gusty, up to 40 miles an hour. Afternoon highs close to 90, and we should get sunshine with some cloud cover. Overnight clearing up, and we're in the low 50s. We get sunshine on Friday, looks like upper 80s, and still pretty gusty. Around 90 and sunny on Saturday, upper 80s, sunny and windy Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Artesia. Let's check out those calendars, see what's going on over at the Artesia Public Schools cafeteria. You guys eating in the cafeteria today? No, they're shaking their head no. They're going to have for breakfast a ham and cheese croissant, for lunch oven roasted chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, and a dinner roll and fruit cocktail. Hey, you guys got no school tomorrow. That's pretty cool. Yeah, check that out. All right, let's see what's happened over at the senior meal site. And what are you guys having today? Chili beans, sliced tomatoes, cucumber spears, tortillas, and vanilla pudding. And then at the Artesia Senior Center today, let's see, big events, 3 o'clock out to bingo, and then a dance 7 to 9:30. A dance tonight is Cibola Springs and Finger Foods. Of course, got your regular schedule, exercise video at 8:15, 9 o'clock painting, line dancing at 9:30, bridge at 1, Swedish weaving 1:30, Texas Hold'em at 2 o'clock, and 2:30 stained glass. And at the Artesia Public Library today, from 10:30 to 11:30 is toddler time, and then for the older kids, 4 to 5 is after school STEM. And at the Artesia Public Schools, what do they got going on? They got a lot on the calendar today. Artesia High School, they're going to have a morning assembly to schedule student body elections. And then Artesia Junior High, 8th grade testing. And 9th grade is an NMJC tour. And then boys tennis, number 3 and at number 2, that's to be determined. Okay, so let's see. JV softball, they're playing at Goddard tonight, 5 and 7. Varsity baseball, you guys are playing in Lovington at 5 p.m. tonight. And then Yucca first grade musical is 1 to 2. Grand Heights has a book fair 3 to 4. And Zia Athletics track meet at the Bulldog Bowl from 4 to 6:30 p.m. this evening. Let's see who's got birthdays. Today is the 23rd. Happy birthday to Alejandro Vasquez and Birdie Lara. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
In a broken and fallen world, the temptation to criticize, judge, and put anyone down who doesn't agree with me can be a huge challenge. Well, in 1 Thessalonians 5:11, the Apostle Paul calls us to love and encourage each other, to build each other up, not to tear each other down. Believers in Jesus have an active, daily responsibility to support and strengthen each other. When I'm tempted to judge others or to put them down, calling them a weak link, I should actually be thankful for them. We're like a beautiful glass chandelier. Every link in the chain holding it up is important, especially the weak one. If that link were not there, holding on, a vital part of the chain, our chandelier would be lying broken, shattered, scattered across the floor. At some point, each of us is the weak link. We need help. At other times, we need to help others who may be struggling. Either way, we need each other. Come be a vital link at Hermosa Church of Christ, 2512 West Bush Avenue in Artesia.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Looking for the right ride at the right price? Come to Tate Branch Artesia and check out our used cars. We've got a huge selection of all makes, all models, and every color you can imagine. Priced right to fit your budget. Many vehicles have payments under $500 and come with a lifetime powertrain warranty for your peace of mind. Bad credit upside down in your tray? No problem. We work with all credit and we'll fight to get you approved. Experience the Tate Branch difference today, where great cars, great prices, and great people come together. Stop by Tate Branch at 919 South 1st Street in Artesia or visit us online at tatebranchartesia.com.
It's the Build a Better Burger Sale at Finn's Country Market in Artesia. Select bags of Char King, charcoal, or wood pellets are $5.98 each, and select varieties of Kraft American singles are $3.98 each. In produce, heads of iceberg lettuce are 99 cents each, and Texas 10 to 15 sweet yellow onions are 69 cents a pound. In the meat department, family packs of 80% lean ground beef are $4.39 a pound. These are just some of the Build the Better Burger bargains this week at Finn's Country Market in Artesia.
Hey Artesia, are you looking for something beautiful, meaningful, and made right here at home? Come visit Sunflowers at 1010 West Main, your local flower shop that's all about community. From fresh, handcrafted floral arrangements to stunning custom turquoise jewelry and locally made leather goods, we celebrate the artistry of New Mexico every day. Stop by, say hello, and support the heart of Artesia. Call us at 575-748-1010 or visit us online at sunflowersartesia.com. Come celebrate community, connection, and the spirit of Artesia. Sunflowers, where there's joy in every bloom.
Spring has moved in at the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop. Discover beautiful spring fabrics plus top-notch sewing machines. We're your certified dealer and repair station for Handy Quilter long arm and Brother sewing machines, and scissor sharpening is available. Join our beginning embroidery and quilting classes. Log on to roswellquilting.com to shop online today and follow the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop on Facebook. Want to know how? Come to the Cow. The Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, 200 East College in Roswell.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. And we're now joined by the baseball team. Let's see. Let's start off with you, Coach. Coach, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
All right, I'm Gentry Doolittle.
All right.
It's my second year in Artesia.
Okay.
Came from Muleshoe, Texas.
Muleshoe, big, great hat store up there, man.
Yeah,
Boot store.
but I'm originally from Texaco. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm a big New Mexico guy, and I'm enjoying Artesia. My family is loving it. And
Yeah.
we want to be here for a while.
That's great, man.
Yes, sir.
It's a big city, compared to Muleshoe.
It really is. Yeah, there's more things to do.
Yeah, that's saying something right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Coach. What do you coach right now? Varsity, junior varsity? What do you do?
I coach varsity baseball.
Okay.
And then junior high football.
What's your what do you coach as far as are you bat hitting
for baseball? Yeah. I coach pitchers and infield.
Pitchers and
infield.
infield.
And then we kind of all take turns on the hitting side. So,
okay.
I enjoy it all. I'm a big baseball guy. I just like to see these guys succeed and continue to work with them. I've gotten to work with these 3 guys for 2 years, and
it's great. Man,
it's been a blessing. I mean, it's been fun, and they've grown big time. So it's been good. Yeah.
That's great, man. That's great. So, do you coach any other sports or just baseball?
Junior high football.
Junior high football, and then what do you teach?
I teach inclusion history.
Okay.
Yeah, at the high school.
All right. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's start down here. Our multiple time return guest. We're going to start down here. Introduce yourselves. Tell us who your parents are and what grade you're in.
My name's Derek Warren. I'm a senior. My mom is Melissa Warren. My dad's Justin Warren.
All right.
I'm Diego Morales. I'm a senior. My mom's Miriam, and my dad's Robert Morales.
All right.
I'm Charlie Campbell. My mom is Jeanette Palmer, and my dad is Charlie Campbell.
All right. Awesome, guys. Well, welcome to the show. Well, welcome back to the show for some of you. Tell us a little bit. I know you guys had a couple games last week. How did things go? How are things looking? Because last week was the beginning of district play, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We kind of put it to Portales.
Did you?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
We gave it to them.
Yeah, we gave it to them. And then we're about to go give it to Lovington today and tomorrow.
Lovington tonight and tomorrow. You
Yes,
guys
sir.
got 2 games. Okay. And then Coach, from your perspective, how's the season shaping up?
It's been good. I think we've been tested a little bit, and which has been great for us, facing some tough 5A opponents.
Yeah.
But you just got to go out there and win. I mean, that's really just go out there and compete, and I think we can with any of them. So I think we're excited for how it's going to play out.
All right, awesome. So who's put it over the fence? Oh, the man right there. How many?
I've put 1.
Just 1 this year?
Yes, sir. The wind was blowing in, straightaway center.
Why'd you have to bring that up? He's going to talk about it
For the rest of my life.
Yeah, I mean,
For the rest of my life. That 1 home run.
Yeah.
He'll be in his 30s. You guys remember that one time?
Dude, that ball, straightaway center. The wind was blowing in. I'm telling you.
It was pretty cool.
It was
pretty cool. Coach got me.
All right. Awesome, guys. So you guys are playing Lovington, and I think if I remember correctly, you guys said the season lasts all the way through school, right? So it's for the rest of the semester you guys are on, which, man, that's short. I mean, 4 weeks. You guys ready for graduation?
Yeah. I guess. I mean,
yes, whether we're ready or not, it's coming.
Yeah.
So, Derek, I know you've told me before, but my memory is not great. Let us know where you're headed after this.
I'm going to North Texas to study business or business management.
Okay.
I'm going to NMSU to study athletic training.
Okay.
I'm going to go play basketball, but I haven't really decided yet where I'm going to be playing at.
Okay, awesome. So all of you guys head off to college. What do you want to study though? Wherever you end up, other than basketball.
Or girls.
I don't think you can make more girls.
You can't study.
Business, I guess.
Business. Okay. All right. Awesome. So let's see. What else can we talk about? You guys. So who's in district? So you guys put it to Portales. Pretty confident about Lovington tonight, guys. Sounds like. don't get overconfident, you know. So, who do you guys think your biggest opponent? I think you guys said Goddard.
Goddard, yes, sir.
Goddard. How are they looking? What's their record look like?
I don't know what the record is, but right now they're number 1 in 4A. So that's just like our big.
They're a good baseball team.
Where are you guys?
They're solid.
We're 2.
You're 2. So
Yes,
1 and 2 going to go up against them. When do you play them?
Next Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So is it kind of just 2 games every week until the end, or?
It's Thursday, one single game, Friday double.
Oh, okay. So double headers on Friday. So you
Yes,
guys play
sir.
them. You play each team 3 times each week.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That's pretty good because kind of get after that first game, kind of get them felt out, and you're like, okay, I know where we're going here. Okay. All right. So batting averages, where are we at? Anybody know?
I haven't even.
Where home run guy? Where are you at on batting average?
Yeah, I'd say I'm like 250.
Okay.
I think I'm like.
Last time we checked it, I was at 260.
I've never seen these, by the way.
A coach has
So-
got them right there on his phone.
He pulled them up.
I have no
scared.
idea what
Mine's
Now
not.
they're scared to find out.
Mine's low.
I just go
I already
there
know
and hope I
mine's
hit the
low.
ball.
Do we really want to say them out loud? I mean,
These guys are like, no, don't say them
no,
out
it
loud.
might not be a good idea.
Oh wait, no, I'm batting 419. We're good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Derek's like,
I'm betting 217. I'll take that.
So Goddard's 15-5 right now. What are you?
We are 13 and 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Yes, sir.
so pretty close right there.
Yeah, and we played Goddard earlier in the year.
Oh, did you? Okay.
And we got beat 3-1.
Okay.
But we just, I mean, we're putting it together.
Still, that was a good game.
It was a great game.
Yeah, that's a good game.
I think we had Elijah on the mound, Elijah Carrasco, and he pitched really well for us. So
Okay.
I think just to getting that out of the way and kind of like moving forward, I think it's going to be a big help for us.
Yeah. So you guys playing away this week? You played here last week, so is it kind of a rotation back and forth, or just kind of each week depends?
Yeah, so last week we played Thursday, single game here. Doubleheader was in Portales.
Gotcha.
So this week it's going to be, it's going to be in Lovington today, and then back here, doubleheader.
Doubleheader tomorrow night here. Okay, awesome.
Which is also senior night.
And senior night. And Little League night, right?
So,
Little League.
And
What has happened senior night?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
We don't know.
We don't care what happens, just as long as
We
we
care about the
the
baseball game,
It
huh?
was just like
And
like
see you
last
later.
week.
They get a hug.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
And go get 2 wins.
Yeah, it was like on Tuesday. It was JV homecoming.
Oh, yeah. That was sweet.
Yeah, awesome. So let's see. All right, so you guys are lined up. So game there tonight, here tomorrow night, and then what does it look like next week? Same thing.
Single game here Thursday
Single game
against
here
Goddard.
Thursday, and then doubleheader.
And then doubleheader there.
down there. Okay, awesome.
5 and 7.
All right, guys. Well, sounds like stuff's going good, man. I'm looking forward to watching the season play out and watch you guys all walk across, and put your tassels over, and start adulting. Yeah, it's all fun and games until you walk across that stage, boys.
Comes fast.
I mean, he just graduated last week, so I mean, he's already got 2 years of coaching under his belt.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not that long ago.
So awesome. All right, fellas. Well, you guys do good tonight. Play your hardest. Get that batting average up, man. You know,
Yeah, that's the plan.
Put another one over that fence. You know. So. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you coming in, and wish you the best of luck, and God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
2:15.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Doing an end run around the Democrats, Republicans in the Senate vote to end the current partial government shutdown by fully funding the Department of Homeland Security. Now it's up to the House to act. Circuit Court in Virginia says not so fast on the congressional redistricting scheme. The court has declared the Democrats' new congressional map unconstitutional, blocking it from taking effect. An appeal to the Virginia Supreme Court is expected. Deadly leak at a chemical plant in Kanawha County, West Virginia. 2 people died, 30 others sent to the hospital following yesterday's incident. Governor Patrick Morrisey says so far the air and the water have tested safe. No word on when U.S.-Iran talks will be resuming. Meantime, the American blockade of Iranian ports continues, and the U.S. military has seized another tanker. Dow futures down 182. This is SRN News.
Here's a song for Lowell's Pharmacy, and when it's over, I'll explain why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
You and your family getting all the things you need, where personal service is always guaranteed. Prescriptions filled faster with dependability. That is why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
At Lowell's Pharmacy, we are called the Family Pharmacy. And let me spell it out for you. The F stands for fair prices and everything. The A is for accurate prescription service. M for the many professional services we provide. The I is for immediate service. L for the luxury of getting everything you need in just one place. And the Y is for you.
And that is why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
Lowell's Pharmacy, 612 North 13th, across from the hospital in the Artesia Professional Building. Lowell's Pharmacy.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. Time to catch you up with some softball action where the Artesia Lady Bulldogs are doing very well on Tuesday, smoking Portales by a score of 11-0 to move to a record of 17-4 on the season. That game was in Portales. Caden Apodaca did it all for the Artesia Bulldogs. The senior had a 3-for-3 day, 2 doubles, a home run, and she was the winning pitcher. She had 12 strikeouts. Artesia plays at Goddard Friday. A doubleheader starts at 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, the doubleheader didn't go well for Carlsbad on Tuesday, losing a pair at Hobbs, 4-1 in the first game and 6-2 in the second game. Carlsbad 9-11 overall, but still 4-2 in district. They'll host Clovis in a twin bill Friday, starting at 4:30. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
The cost of streaming your favorite shows is higher than ever. The dream of saving money by cutting the cable is a failed experiment. But there are ways to fight back. I'm Kim Commando for LinkedIn. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Right now, post your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim. The biggest mistake is treating streaming like cable, which is precisely what Disney, Hulu, Netflix, and all the others want. YouTube Premium hits $15.99 per month come June 7th. Netflix is already $26.99. The average family pays $972 per year just for streaming. So start juggling. Pick one to keep all the time. Then when another begins promoting something you want to see, add it. When the series or film is done, cancel. Or subscribe to HBO or Apple for a long week or two of binge watching. When you're done, again, cancel. Because they'll always welcome you back. If you're confused by all the AI hype, make sure that you sign up for my free weekly newsletter. Do it now at splashofai.com. For small businesses, every hire matters. A bad hire costs you time, money, and momentum you can't afford to lose. But a great hire, they can change everything. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates for you, so you're spending time talking to people who are actually a great fit. I know firsthand how time-consuming hiring can be. You're running a business and wearing a dozen hats. You do not have the time to sort through hundreds of applications just to spot that one right person. Posting a job is easy. It's the finding, connecting, and screening applicants that you just don't have time for. LinkedIn Hiring Pro handles it all for you. Writing the job description, finding top candidates, even conducting AI-powered first interviews. Hire right the first time. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim. Check it out now while you're thinking about it. Go to linkedin.com/Kim. That's linkedin.com/Kim. Terms and conditions apply.
Turpin & Son Mortuary of Artesia presents a listing of today's obituaries. Today we have one reminder for Bob Allen Plummer. 79, was called home to be with the Lord on April 19th, passing peacefully at his home. The visitation will be held Thursday, April 23rd, from 3 to 6 p.m. at Turpin Funeral Home. A celebration of life will take place on Friday, April 24th, at 10 a.m. at First Baptist Church. This listing has been presented as a service by Turpin & Son Mortuary of Artesia. We make it personal.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a quick cold front moving through the area. It will stay really warm today, but the wind could be pretty gusty, up to 40 miles an hour. Afternoon highs close to 90, and we should get sunshine with some cloud cover. Overnight clearing up, and we're in the low 50s. We get sunshine on Friday, looks like upper 80s, and still pretty gusty. Around 90 and sunny on Saturday, upper 80s, sunny and windy Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Artesia. Sunny and windy. That's the forecast for the rest of the weekend. Hold on to your hats out there because it's actually going to get pretty. I was looking at I got a pretty cool app called Windy, and you can kind of pinpoint all the wind and stuff. And it was like gust up to 40, 50 miles an hour today. So this afternoon. So it's going to be a rough one. Hey, let's jump into events. Let's see what's going on around Artesia. I was talking to Coach Doolittle on his way out the door, and he was talking about how much he just loves it here, and there's always something to do, and I agree. Like I've always got a pile of stuff in front of me that tells me there's a ton of things going on out there, and so let's jump into it. Of course, it's Thursday, and so people are meeting today, 10 to 11 a.m. out at Lucky Duck Restaurant to pray for the nation, and it's an important thing. So if you've got the time, go over there and join them there at Lucky Duck. Pray for the nation, and then stay there for lunch. Hey, if you guys haven't seen it, and I'm interjecting now into my list here. It started about 5 or 6 days ago. I can't remember exactly what day it started. But there's an event at the National Museum for the Bible. And they have people volunteered, people all this for almost kind of nonstop for almost like 20-some days, I think, and they're reading the entire Bible. So the entire Bible is being read over the nation right now. I know there was a segment where President Trump read some stuff, and so it's pretty cool. And so if you get a chance, go check it out, National Museum of the Bible, and let's see what's going on. I think it's a huge blessing. A lot of people, this is just a show. Okay, even if it is a show, God promises His word never returns to Him empty. So to have God's word proclaimed over the nation, I think is an absolutely amazing thing, and I'm all for it. So it's pretty exciting. All right, what else is happening today? Today's the 23rd. So today at 11 a.m. to 1:15 p.m., the Artesia General Hospital is having their spaghetti luncheon to benefit the foundation. So all you got to do, head over to the Green Chili Cafe at 11 a.m. at $10 per ticket. And you can go in there and have a great spaghetti luncheon and help out the Artesia General Hospital Foundation. Let's see. Also going on today, Energy Day 2026, Powering the Future. From 12 to 1 p.m. today. This is at Southeastern New Mexico College. There at 12 to 1, there will be a Munch and Learn energy discussion panel in room 102. And then 1 to 3, they're going to be having an energy and seismic speakers in room 153. 4 to 6 p.m., there will be a STEAM expo with activities in the Southeastern New Mexico College gym. And then tonight, 6 to 7, they're going to have a guest speaker, Dr. Kayla Kroll from the Lawrence Livermore National Lab, speaking on subsurface operations, energy production, and earthquakes in room 153. If I had time, I'd kind of like to go hear that because we've been having a lot of earthquakes lately. I found it quite interesting. Also at Southeastern New Mexico College today is the Level Up Your future. Okay, so this is the STEAM Expo that they're having this afternoon from 4 to 7. And so they're going to have lots of interesting stuff out there for kids to check out. So head on over there for that. Let's see. Also today at ENMU Roswell, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is their Spring 2026 Career Fair. And so you can head on over there. They're going to have business and industry info, on-the-spot interviews. So if you're looking for work, get dressed up, head on over to ENMU Roswell, and there will be an entire fair of places looking to hire people. Let's see, free shred days today and tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're going to have the cart document destruction over at 103 East Green Street in Carlsbad. And all right, let's check out our blood drives. Don't forget, in this month, you go give blood, you get entered for a chance to win $10,000. So in Roswell, tomorrow let's just start with this. Carlsbad today, 12 to 5 p.m. at the Carlsbad Medical Center. And then tomorrow in Roswell at Church on the Move from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then this Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. here in Artesia at Pecos Valley Production. So whichever town you're in, if you want to go give blood, get entered to win $10,000 plus save someone's life, that's a pretty good day. Okay, what's up next here? Tomorrow, Artesia, Friday, April 24th, they're going to be having a walk. So this is for CASA. It's the We Are the Village annual Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Walk. You can bring the whole family. They're going to have free refreshments, including hot dogs, snow cones, popcorn, and water, plus fun-filled activities for the kids. So that walk begins today at 10 a.m. at the CASA office at 605 West Main Street and is going to go to Central Park at 701 Quay Avenue. So go get in on that and support CASA. All right. Another event for tomorrow. The Friends of the Artesia Public Library are hosting their annual book sale. So it's tomorrow, Friday, April 24th, from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's only $1 per book or $5 for a bag, $10 per small or medium box, and $15 for a large box. So if you want a chance to go stock up on a bunch of books, get a bunch of books for the rest of the year to read for a very reasonable price, head on over to our library. All right, now this one's important to me, very important to me. Hey guys, tomorrow is the WADS, we begin the WADS for Warriors 5th annual clay shoot. For those of you who don't know, this is an event that's been going on for 5 years, and it raises money for veterans. I was invited to be on the board of this, and I'm so excited to be part of it. And so we've made a few changes this year. The shotgun shoot is pretty much the same. It's starting shooting tomorrow at 11 a.m. and then then again Saturday at 7 a.m. But here's the big difference. Tomorrow night, beginning at around 5 p.m., head on out to the Cottonwood Winery. The old Cottonwood Winery at 1 East Cottonwood Road. And we've already begun set up out there. If you drive by, you'll see our big tents. We're going to have a citywide event. We want to invite everybody out. In the past, the evening celebration has just been the shooters, but we want you guys to be able to be a part of this as well. So we're going to have live band. We'll have Carson City Rebels and The Groove playing tomorrow evening. And then, let's see, we're going to have tons of food trucks. I can't even list them. I don't even remember what all food trucks. We've got food trucks coming out there. And so you can come out, get some food, come listen to some great bands. And then at around 7 p.m., we're going to have, I'll be giving a keynote address, and then we're going to go into our auction. And I'm telling you, people, you do not want to miss this. We're going to have raffles, auctions. We're raffling off a side-by-side. We're raffling off a gun safe that has some surprises inside, a total value of $5,000. and it's only $100 a ticket for that. So you get a huge chance to win some great stuff there. And then we're going to be raffling off all kinds of guns and other gun-related items. And so we want you guys to come out to get a chance to be part of this and raise money for our veterans. Now, what's really cool about this year is we are working diligently to take that money, and we are supporting a couple of agencies that have been supported in the past, but the lion's share of that money this year is going to go to a local endeavor. We're wanting to build a resource center for our local veterans here in Artesia and Eddy County and beyond, but it'll be located here in Artesia, and we need your help to do it. So if you guys come out, every dollar raised is going to be, we're going to be able to make something really, really great here in Artesia to take care of our veterans, and we think that's super important. So come out tomorrow evening, Cottonwood Winery. We're starting around 5, but I mean this thing's going to last all through the evening. It's going to be the whole evening you can be out there. The auction's starting at 7, and so come out, get some food, hang out, hear some great music, make some friends, and get a chance to get your hands on some really awesome stuff. All right, and then here we go. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, yeah, this is awesome. Artesia Downtown Lions Club's golf tournament is Saturday. I play in this every year. I can't this year because of the shoot. If you guys want to go be part of that, Artesia Downtown Lions golf cart or golf tournament, Saturday, April 25th. It's a 3-person scramble, $300 per team without sponsor. That includes your green fee and carts. It's a 9 a.m. shotgun start, and it looks to be it's always a great time. So let's see what's up next. Pack 270 Pinewood Derby is this Saturday, April 25th, at the Green Chili Cafe. Oh, that's cool. There at the Artesia General Hospital. It's a 10 a.m. check-in, 11 a.m. races start. It's annual Pinewood Derby featuring handcrafted cars built for speed and style. It was always one of my favorite things as a scout. It is a ton of fun. So you can get a Derby car kit for $8. You could actually just go get it today. You can have it built by Saturday. It's not that hard. And so the outlaw class, which means open to everyone. So the scouts and stuff, they'll be doing their race, but they have an outlaw class for anybody in town. So if you want to be part of that, that's only a $10 entry. And then lunch, of course, right there at Green Chili Cafe. Okay, what's up next? I guess I need to look and see how much I got plenty of time there. All right, Household Hazardous Waste Day. And it's a confidential prescription drug take back as well. So you can take out all of your e-waste, oil, gasoline, old prescriptions, cleaning products, any stuff that you know you're not supposed to throw in the trash. You can take that on Saturday, April 25th, to the Carlsbad Rec Center parking lot. And it's from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. All right. Calling all growers. Let's see, Carlsbad Downtown Farmers and Makers Market commences and begins again this Saturday, April 25th, it is on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right. Got a lot of Carlsbad events here. Touch a Truck in Carlsbad, Saturday, April 25th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. They're going to have all kinds of big, heavy equipment and trucks and helicopters and everything else. So take the kids on up there. That is at the Carlsbad Public Library. So kids, it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. There's a quiet hour from 9 to 10 a.m. for kids that are a little more sensory. There won't be any horns or sirens or anything. So they can go climb, explore, and discover Big Wheels in action. The Artesia Arts Council. And I'm sure we'll talk about this in the 9 o'clock hour, but April 25th and 26th, so that's Saturday evening at 7, Sunday afternoon at 3 is Presenting the Wizard of Oz, a way off Broadway theater show. So go check out the Ocotillo's website and get your tickets to that. And let's see what's up next after that. Oh, this is pretty cool. The Mayor's Mini Golf Tournament in Carlsbad at the Miniature Golf Course at 901 Muscatel Avenue is Saturday, April 25th. And there's a Mayor Showdown. We got to go support our mayor. So Artesia's Jeff Yahtzee versus Carlsbad's Rick Lopez. See who's best at mini golf. It's Eddy County War on the mini golf level. So that's pretty cool. You guys can go out there and participate in that. Age groups from 6 to 8, 9 to 11, and then 12 to 15. There will be first, second, and third place winners in each group. So that will be a lot of fun. So let's see. We got about 30 seconds here. West Main Artesia Celebrate Recovery meets every Tuesday evening. Meals served at 6 p.m., followed by worship in small groups at 6:30 at West Main Baptist Church. And then also there's Widow's Might. They want to tell you about Widow's Might, a support group for women experiencing all stages of grief, every Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m. Any widow is encouraged to attend. Carlsbad Police wants to let you know about Coffee with a Cop. Join us for Coffee and Conversation Tuesday, April 28th at 8 a.m. at the Blue House Bakery and Cafe. Go meet local officers, and special guest will be Mayor Rick Lopez next week. And so they're looking forward to seeing you there. All right, Artesia, let's hit our commercials, and we'll be back after this.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Iran fired on 3 ships in the Strait of Hormuz and seized 2 of them on Wednesday, intensifying its assault on shipping in the key waterway. The attacks came a day after President Donald Trump extended a ceasefire while maintaining an American blockade of Iranian ports. The Trump business behind Truth Social is replacing a former congressman as the leader of the social media platform after a stock collapse that wiped out billions in investor wealth. Devin Nunes, a former California congressman in Donald Trump's first term, is being replaced. The company, Trump Media and Technology, didn't give a reason for Nunes leaving. The Kansas City Royals are moving from their longtime home at Kauffman Stadium to the downtown Crown Center area on a $3 billion project. Inflation in the UK climbed in March. The annual consumer price inflation rate increased to a 3-month high of 3.3% from 3% the previous month. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Enrollment is now open for 26-27 at Artesia Classical Academy. ACA provides a Christ-centered classical education designed to build wisdom, character, and leadership. With small class sizes, teachers truly know every student. Our 4-day school week gives families balance, while students excel in Latin, Spanish, American Sign Language, STEM, PE, art, and music. If you want your child challenged academically and grounded in faith, choose Artesia Classical Academy. Visit artesiaclassicalacademy.org or call 575-247-1378 today.
Craving a taste of New Mexico? Come to Adobe Rose Restaurant in Artesia. Nestled in the heart of Artesia, savor Chef Chloe's award-winning Southwestern dishes like the legendary Dr. Pepper braised lamb and even more fresh, never frozen Southwest favorites and flavors. Enjoy your favorite cocktail, beer, or wine. Dine in our cozy main room or relax in the stunning courtyard with live music on weekends. Located just off 13th Street in Artesia, Adobe Rose is your oasis of fine dining. Call 575-746-6157. Adobe Rose, where New Mexico blooms.
Welcome to Answers with Ken Ham, presented by the Coalition of Christians for Biblical Creation and Fulkerson Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. CCBC is an interdenominational coalition of Christians from Artesia who believe that the account of origins presented in Genesis is a simple but factual presentation of actual events. Answers with Ken Ham is brought to you by Fulkerson Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your best bet yet for great service. For over 41 years, thousands of customers have chosen Fulkerson. Call 622-1600 or visit www.fulkersonplumbing.com.
The Bible is clear. This is Ken Ham.
heading up the ministry that built it.
All right, Artesia. So my commercials weren't as long as normal, so I gotta say a little something. All right, Artesia. Well, thank you for listening to that first hour. Hope you stick around for the next. Here in a moment, we'll be headed over to hear the news, and then after that, we'll come back, and it'll be me and Jeff in studio, and who knows what in the world we're going to be talking about during that time. So. I hope you guys are enjoying the show this morning. Stick with us, and we'll be back right after the news.
This is KSVP and K229AS Artesia.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. On the day when the American military seized another tanker suspected of smuggling Iranian oil, President Trump has issued a shoot-to-kill order targeting Iranian small boats interfering with shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. And the president says that mine-clearing operations are ongoing. Virginia's new Democrat-friendly congressional map has been ruled unconstitutional by a circuit court judge. An injunction blocks the map from being certified and taking effect. Democrats are expected to appeal to the Virginia Supreme Court. Navy Secretary John Phelan has exited the Trump administration.
U.S. media has reported that Secretary Phelan had a very tense relationship with the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, over many months now, both over personnel issues in the Navy and the Marine Corps, which he also oversaw, but also in terms of where he was going with the Navy.
The BBC's Bern de Boosman says Undersecretary Hung Cao becomes the acting Secretary of the Navy. When will we finally see significant relief in prices at the gas pump? Well, it seems that those in the know don't really know.
Trump cabinet member Chris Wright said this week that gas prices might not drop below $3 a gallon until next year. But President Trump told the Hill newspaper that his energy secretary was totally wrong. The next day, Secretary Wright was asked about his prediction during congressional testimony.
I don't know the future of energy prices. Often I will speculate or look at those things. I would say gasoline prices looks like they peaked about a week or so ago.
The president himself has acknowledged that gas prices could remain high through Election Day in November. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Senate Republicans have voted to fully reopen the Department of Homeland Security for 3 years. Now the House will have to weigh in. Wall Street, Dow down 216 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this: Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's a health insurance alternative at half the cost. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. While insurance companies tell you when to join, what to pay, and where to go, CHM is different. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other Christians. You can enroll, switch programs, or leave at any time. Christian Health. It's a world of difference. CHM has 4 flexible programs. You can pick any certified doctor, surgeon, or hospital that you want for eligible care. So make the switch. Take your paycheck back from health insurance this year. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
There is fallout from U.S. involvement in an anti-drug operation south of the border.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum is considering sanctions against the government of Chihuahua. Sheinbaum says CIA agents participated in a drug lab operation without federal approval. Her comments followed the deaths of 2 U.S. officials in a crash over the weekend. The officials were returning from destroying a drug lab near northern Mexico. 2 Mexican investigators also died in the crash. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt offered pushback on Sheinbaum, saying that U.S. efforts to counter cartels in her country benefit both the U.S. and Mexico. Sheinbaum emphasized that U.S. agents shouldn't operate in Mexico without consent. I'm Haya Panjwani.
The flow of Russian oil to Slovakia through a pipeline crossing Ukraine has resumed. Hungary and Slovakia have been locked in a feud with Ukraine since Russian oil deliveries were halted in January. News and analysis, townhall.com. Some 17 million Americans might want to consider flood insurance if they can get it.
A study published on Wednesday in the journal Science Advances examined historic flood data and 16 factors representing hazards, exposure, and vulnerability for what likely has become the most comprehensive model of coastal cities' risk of flood damage. It concludes that the risk is highest in 8 cities along the Atlantic and Gulf coastlines. Researchers are especially alarmed to find that more than 4 million people in New York City alone could be in harm's way, and that 99% of people and buildings in New Orleans are at risk. Bob Agnew reporting.
Wildfires rage across the southeast. More than 50 homes have been destroyed in Georgia. The fires have also forced evacuations. Some of the biggest blazes are along Georgia's coast and around Jacksonville, Florida. Drought and strong winds are fueling the fires. Georgia's 2 largest wildfires have charred more than 33 square miles. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Today's KSVIP is Margarita Campos. Margarita is celebrating a birthday on Saturday the 25th. Happy birthday to a great fun-loving friend who is not afraid to do anything. Most importantly, she's the best grandmother to all her grandkids. And this is from the Widow's Mite. Today, Margarita, you're going to receive a flower from Nell's Floral and KSVP. Today's KSVIP, Margarita Campos.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. Thursday, April 23rd, 8 o'clock hour. I'm your host, Scott Pettis. The boss man is walking through the door, checking to make sure I'm doing a good job in here today. So, hey, the 8 o'clock hour, I couldn't get a guest this week, so I'm going to bring in Jeff. Maybe we'll get the boss man in here. We'll talk some current events. We'll see what's going on around the country, what's going on around the community, and just have a good time and look and see what we can get, what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into today. All right, but before we do that, let's check in on our weather and a few commercials.
Are brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a quick cold front moving through the area. It will stay really warm today, but the wind could be pretty gusty, up to 40 miles an hour. Afternoon highs close to 90, and we should get sunshine with some cloud cover. Overnight clearing up, and we're in the low 50s. We get sunshine on Friday, looks like upper 80s, and still pretty gusty. Around 90 and sunny on Saturday, upper 80s, sunny and windy Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Hey, take me out of my old trade. Take me out of my ride.
Hey, Roswell, spring out of your old car, truck, or SUV today and hop into a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle with massive savings during the Spring Out Sales event at Roswell Ford. Are you still making payments on your current vehicle and want out early? Your friends at Roswell Ford need your trade today, so we're willing to overpay even if you owe up to $10,000 more than your trade is worth. We'll do whatever it takes to help you escape so you can upgrade to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve Improve your credit with great rates and terms, even if it's less than perfect. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. Interest accrues from date of sale with approved credit. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
As part of the ongoing effort to keep the roads of New Mexico safe, here's a list of things you should never attempt behind the wheel of your automobile.
Texting your brother, arm wrestling your mother, reading the newspaper, picking out wallpaper, eating a burrito, peeling a potato, making a phone call, tossing a football, applying makeup, trying to break up, taking a nap, adjusting your cap, eating dessert, changing your shirt, taking a picture, teasing your sister, playing with your pet, pretending to fly a jet, combing your hair, attempting a dare, weaving through traffic, weaving a basket.
Car crashes often happen when the driver is doing something other than paying attention to the road. When you're driving, just be driving.
This message has been brought to you by the NMDOT.
Tax changes can be overwhelming and confusing, especially regarding the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. With over 70 years of tax experience, H&R Block knows how to navigate change. We'll take time to understand your tax situation, explain the new tax laws and how they impact your taxes. And with an H&R Block right in your community, it's easy to get the convenience and care you deserve. Make an appointment today. 502 West Texas Avenue, Suite A, Artesia.
12-hour shifts, 14-day hitches, kissing your kids goodnight long after they've gone to sleep. It's the job of the people dedicated to building a better future. But an accident in the field can take away everything you've worked for. If you've been seriously hurt, Ornelas Injury Lawyers will fight fiercely to win the justice and money you and your loved ones deserve. Call Ornelas Injury Lawyers at 575-800-0000 and recover more.
At First American Bank, we champion for you and your small business. Our dedicated business banking team offers you individualized financial solutions, lending expertise, innovative products, and personal attention. Our goal is to help you be ready for your next opportunity. Let us be your partner in growth and success, because when you succeed, we do too. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Equal housing lender.
The Carlsbad Public Library invites you to touch a truck April 25th from 9 to noon at the Carlsbad Public Library. From big rigs to emergency response vehicles, Touch a Truck is a family-friendly event designed to allow children to explore, climb on, and touch vehicles of all shapes and sizes. Meet the people who build, protect, and serve Eddy County and learn more about the hard work they do. The first hour is sensory considerate, meaning no horns or sirens. Find the Carlsbad Public Library on Facebook to learn more. Touch a Truck, April 25th from 9 to noon at the Carlsbad Public Library, 107 South Halagueno in Carlsbad.
All right, Artesia, welcome back. Here in a moment, I'll get Jeff in, and we'll just get to yakking about something. I want him to give me up front. I want to know, we'll get the schedule out for what games are going to be showed and everything else, and where you can watch all that. Of course, I always want him to give us that information so you guys know when and where to tune in. But if you're in the area, get out there and watch games. The game tonight is away, but tomorrow night's a double header out there. So, it's funny. If you host events, it never fails. Like, every night's so full of stuff around this town that there's always like a choice. Like, oh, well, do I go watch the ball game? Do I go out to this? Do I go out to that? And just tons of stuff. So, all right, well, let's fill the people in on what the schedule looks like. Obviously, going to be ball game tonight.
Correct.
Baseball game tonight. And that's from Lovington. So, radio and TV?
Yes.
Radio and TV. Tomorrow night, doubleheader will be the same, radio and TV. What else can people be watching this week?
Well,
let me pull the calendar up here. Did I see some softball? That's JV though. Varsity softball tomorrow at Goddard. So we'll probably will we
on online?
TV? Online.
Yeah,
You can watch that online.
KSVPTV.com.
Yeah.
Baseball.
What did I say?
Oh,
no, I was talking about softball tomorrow night too.
Okay. Would you like me? I mean,
Come on in.
If you're,
Come on in.
then I must be wrong.
Have a seat.
I didn't say you were wrong. I just heard softball tonight.
Oh, no, softball's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night at Goddard.
So I have a hearing problem. is what you're saying.
What'd you say?
I mumble.
I have husband hearing.
Husband. I'm not your wife, man.
It's selective hearing.
Yeah.
I think people are talking to me, but I'm not sure.
Hey Jeff, go widen the camera out so we can get Gene in there too. Make Gene get his mug on that camera as well.
I don't know. I'm just going to slide over here.
It'd be like some of our guests who like just keep inching out of the picture, you know.
I don't blame them.
Like they told me I was on radio, not TV.
No, my biggest today.
Yeah.
We have 3 things that we're going to be
Oh, okay.
broadcasting. So today, Joby and Lee and our crew are going to Lovington.
Yeah.
There's a baseball game tonight, and it's the first of the 3-game series with Lovington.
Yeah.
And that'll be on the radio at 4:45 and TV.
Mm-hmm. And TV.
And first pitch at 5.
Okay.
Henry Villarreal and our Goddard crew are going up to Portales tonight.
Oh, okay.
To do the Goddard Portales baseball game.
Okay.
And that's also at 5 o'clock. But that'll be on TV only.
TV only.
On the Goddard channel. And then the first round of the NFL draft is tonight.
Oh, really?
And the Dallas Cowboys have 2 picks in the first round to blow off. I mean,
to mess up.
You guys are just so supportive.
Well, hey, I tell you what.
Well, if we had a professional football team in New Mexico, we could make fun of them.
We do. It's the Artesia Bulldogs.
Well, we don't make fun of them.
So on the radio on 92.9 The Brand, we will carry the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network first round draft program from 5 to 10 tonight.
Yeah.
And you'll hear the Cowboys with their picks.
Yeah.
And the first radio interview, Jerry Jones and the draft pick, is a part of that broadcast tonight.
Okay.
Sean was calling it the secret audio conversation between Jerry Jones and the draft pick. And if we're listening to it, I don't know that it's secret.
I don't think it's secret.
Is this like that movie Top Secret back in the 80s?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's tonight.
Okay, awesome. So a lot to watch on KSVP TV tonight.
That's right, and listen to on the radio.
Listen to on the radio.
Tomorrow, we have the softball. I think this is what you guys were talking about. Artesia softball is at Goddard.
Correct.
And our Goddard guys are going to do that.
They're going to cover that
on the TV only.
Okay.
So that's Chris Deck and Drew Manzanares.
Okay.
Then baseball, Artesia is hosting Lovington.
Yeah, here.
Doubleheader. And who's on that crew, Jeffrey?
Myself, Bradley, and Miguel. Bradley and Miguel will be my camera operators. And then we have Coach Johnson and Joby.
Okay.
Yep.
As my announcers.
They'll be calling that game.
And I think we also have Roswell High. Let's see, Goddard. Oh, Goddard baseball.
Yeah, they'll be playing Portales.
They're playing Portales
at Goddard.
At Goddard. That'll be Henry Villarreal doing that. And then I think we have, is it Roswell softball?
Yes.
Or tomorrow night?
Tomorrow against Hobbs.
Against Hobbs. Doubleheader with Hobbs from the Roswell Coyote softball field. So that's all tomorrow on KSVP and KSVPTV.com. The baseball games that you guys are doing, that will be on the radio. And the softball will just be internet only.
And everybody just thinks radio is just sitting around talking on the radio and playing songs, you know?
So what we learned is everything that I was wrong about.
You were right.
Except for the announcers. I didn't name the announcers for Goddard.
That's good. Some people, they got favorite announcers they want to follow.
Yeah.
His name's Joby, but
and he'll be the first to tell you that.
Well, I think our softball broadcast had the best announcers. I mean, it was one of the best announced games I've ever done.
One last Friday?
Yeah.
I think so. We had the awesomest crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it was you, because
yeah.
you called that game, didn't
We
you?
had the stroke and seizure team.
Yeah.
Stroke and seizure.
Stroke and seizure at Artesia softball.
That's a new podcast. We're going to start a new podcast called Stroke and Seizure.
It's the Stroke and Seizure Show with Jeff and Gene.
It's like going to a NASCAR race. Nobody goes to the NASCAR race to see the cars racing.
Right,
They go
to
to
watch
see the
them
wreck.
crash.
So people were all looking up at the press box to see if he was going to have a seizure, if I was going to have a stroke.
Who's going to fall out first out of the press box? They got a cage across the front.
Yeah. Thankfully, this one has windows, not like the Bull where there was no window to.
Well, there goes Jeff.
And we had I asked Oscar if he'd help out on camera because nobody else was available. Well, most of our guys were in Portales that night, and Oscar said, "Yeah, we'll help out." And we had two and a half hour softball games, 2 hour 15-minute softball games, which never happens, but it only happens when this crew does.
There you go.
Especially when someone speaks and says things that they shouldn't say.
Yes, I did. I started talking about the rule.
Oh, okay. You got to fill me in. I'm not.
There are mercy rules.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever someone on the crew says something like, "Oh, they score one more run and game over."
Yeah.
All we have to do is this. And then boom.
Yeah,
It never works. The opposing team always goes on a run.
Yeah, gets
and I'm not
gets a
naming
rally.
any names.
I never actually said the name of the rule. I said, there's this rule.
He tried sidestepping it around, and I'm like, no, the jinxers, it doesn't matter. The jinx is already.
The karma's going to get you no matter what. So.
And so it turned into, because the Portales games went pretty quick, and they were done before 9.
Right.
And so then the story was, those guys are going to be home before we're done with our softball game.
But they were only halfway home.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, not only, and what people don't realize, like, not only were you sitting there doing that, you're monitoring that game up there, making sure all of this stuff still gets going out and everything else.
Right.
So.
Yeah, between me and Doug, because Doug was watching the broadcasts Friday night there. And, of course, Tuesday night, we had 4 streams going.
Golly.
And we'll have 4 streams going tomorrow night. So
that's a lot of electrons to.
It is, but we're getting through it, and we're learning about some things. We had a big discussion, Doug and I, yesterday about antennas for our video transmitters.
Oh wow!
And we determined that we have some of the antennas we need to optimize our signal, but we could use more, and there's none available.
Oh wow!
I found one website I could buy one.
Are they using them all in Iran?
I think so. And there was one website I went to yesterday, and they had one. I could buy quantity of one, but you need them in pairs. And there was another website I went to, and they said they might be available in 4 to 5 weeks. Well, that's past the season.
Yeah, the season's over, so
no need to.
You'll be good next year.
Well, that's one of the things we're going to do.
Yeah.
But it's also graduation season.
Yeah.
And we picked up yesterday, we are going to be streaming the big graduation for Eastern in Roswell.
Oh, that's great.
May 8th. May 7th, we have the BIA memorial service out here at Fletsey. And so we're going to be doing that on May 7th. We have the Eastern graduation on the 8th. And then, of course, we have Artesia Baccalaureate and graduation, Roswell High, Goddard High, University High, and early college up in the Roswell schools. We're going to be doing all those graduations.
Goodness gracious.
As soon as we finish with the baseball and softball video that we can do, because once they get into the playoffs, we're done with video.
Right.
We turn right into graduation season.
Yeah.
And then we get a break. We get a break from
June till the end of July.
till the end of July. That's right. So we get about a 2-month break. And that's when we find antennas and we send cameras off for repair.
Yeah.
And we look at some other things. Hollyland, we use a lot of Hollyland stuff, and they had a Kickstarter for we have their lapel mic system, which works fantastic. We used it for the mayor's forum at the Ocotillo, and Jeffrey's up in the sound booth with the receiver, and we're all down standing on the stage with these little clip-on thingies, and it signal went all the way up into the booth and sounded fantastic. And then we sent the audio back down to the stage to go into the PA speakers.
Yeah.
we were slinging audio everywhere.
Yeah, it was good.
But they've come out with a handheld microphones with a little receiver. And we've been looking for something like that for when we're doing camera interviews and stuff like that without having to run mic cables and into a mixer and all that kind of stuff. And so they had a Kickstarter on that, and so I went ahead and jumped in.
You throw them a few bucks.
Threw them a few bucks, and so I get them, great discount, free shipping, all this other kind of stuff. And then as I did this, I thought, they're doing this in the model train world. These manufacturers will have a introduction of a new product, and then have an order window.
Yeah.
They don't actually start making the things until they see what the order response is going to be. And if they get sufficient order response, then they'll go ahead and make them. And in a way, that's kind of smart because you don't want to pay for the tooling and the ramp up of the production and everything else that goes into making these things.
Yeah.
If you're going to crank out a bunch and then they're just going to sit on shelves and not get sold or whatever.
Right.
And so I guess that's what they're doing in some of this electronic
I
stuff.
did one Kickstarter one time years ago, probably over a decade ago, and it was a tool that was to make closing up parachutes easier. And it was pretty cool, because I got it for dirt cheap, on the Kickstarter, and then when it went on the market, it was 3 times the amount. And so if you see a good product on Kickstarter, might as well take a shot at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a cool way to invigorate business. Like a small business, you come up with an idea, you don't have the capital for it. Get your customers to give you the capital to build it. So
so we'll do that. But that's what we do in the summer because we've got some cameras we got to get repaired. We might have to replace some cameras. My guy in Roswell calls them communicators. And he was asking me for communicators, and I said, "What are you talking about?" And I sent him a picture of Kirk. What do you mean communicators? And he means the headsets that we, the crew on a video crew talks with. And so I found a couple of products that we'll probably look at for this fall because we had a set, and then it rotated to Roswell, and we got a new set, and the new set is terrible. It's horrible. The only good thing about it is the case that the stuff comes in. It's a really nice carrying case,
But the carrying case is 85% foam.
Yeah. So that one is probably going to rotate to Roswell so that they have another communicators, and then we'll get the good stuff for our crews here.
Yeah. I always wondered, does make talk y'all's ear off on those things?
Some of our crew does, and it sometimes Jeffrey, sometimes Oscar, sometimes me. Usually it's me, and we'll have to say, now, quiet.
This has anything to do with your job? No. Then don't talk about it.
And so we'll have to quiet down. But that's okay. That's just a part of the part of the process. And the other thing we're going to be looking at for the fall is I really want to get this done. There's 2 things I really, really want to do for the fall. One is to upgrade our graphics program.
Okay.
So what we have is basic.
Yeah.
And people wonder why we just say ART or AHS or whatever. It's because we're only limited. We're limited to 4 characters.
Oh yeah.
And between me and Jeffrey and Joby and Robbie, that's the 4 characters we have. We can't have any more characters. So I want to get a software program where we can say Artesia and maybe have the Bulldog on there. And,
that'd be cool.
Incorporate some more data. And then the other thing, this is the pie in the sky. Well, there's two more that I call pie in the sky.
Yeah.
Like if we really could do this.
We're next level at that point.
Next level. Instant replay.
I know, man. We talked about that.
And then have
How
the
cool would that be?
thing where Robbie can get on the screen and
draw the circles
and the lines.
Yeah.
And, do his best.
Best Madden impersonation.
Exactly.
Just a bunch of scribbles all over the place.
If we can do that.
If we can get more points, then this team, we're going to win if we get more points into.
The goal is to move the ball down there, and if we do, we win.
If we don't move it down, we got to move it that direction. If we don't, we're going to lose.
In this last series, we went this way.
Oh, give them all a hard time. Yeah. No, I tell you, I don't know that people really appreciate, like, if they're not watching it and stuff, the quality of production you guys put out on these games is, compared to other high schools and stuff I've seen around the country, like, you guys are top level. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if there's a competition for best high school sports broadcaster, but you guys would definitely be in the top.
I'm not aware if there is, but that would be fun.
I am pretty sure that 97.32% of coaches prefer our video than NFHS.
Yeah.
There we go. We ought to make that a slogan. Yeah. But I'll be honest with you, we're always working at it. I mean, we have our meetings with our camera people because baseball's the hardest sport to stream.
Oh yeah.
Football and basketball, even soccer, you're following the ball. Everybody's following the ball because where the ball is
where the action's at.
That's where the play starts. That's where the play ends. That's where the points come from. Baseball, it's a situational game.
Yeah.
So you got runners on first and second, and the guy hits a fly ball. What do you show?
Yeah.
And what do you show first? Because there's different situations that can happen with baseball.
Yeah, in the middle of a pitch, someone's stealing. If you don't catch that on,
Yeah, and so we're working on that. We're not as good as what we need to be on that. Yeah. So we're going to continue to work on that. And more cameras doesn't always help because the cameras aren't always in the right spot.
Yeah.
And so you just wind up switching and showing people, well, here's 4 camera angles of nothing.
Yeah.
We still didn't see the play.
Yeah.
And so that's a difficult one to do.
And it's when you're on the headset during live game and it's that situational of, okay, no one watching knew there was someone on first base.
Yeah.
No, we did not see him take off. We didn't see anything until
it was already over.
Yeah.
And
so that's the hard one to do. The thing that we're always working on that. And then the other thing that just drives me crazy, and I know it drives Jeffrey crazy, is the quality of the internet when we leave Artesia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Artesia, we are so blessed. The schools have their investment with the Ring of Fiber. And Matt and his team do such a fantastic job. Everywhere we go in Artesia, we generally don't worry about internet.
Yeah.
Everywhere else we go,
that's all you worry about.
All we worry about is internet. And so we're right now during baseball season, we are experimenting with some different devices and providers to see if we can find the optimal configuration of stuff that will help us out, because we've got 6 road games for football this year.
Wow.
2 of them in Las Cruces. And Las Cruces, our experience has been, we can get the internet to work for this application, but it won't work for this application.
Oh, man.
And, whenever we go to Belen or Rio Rancho or Albuquerque or Clovis or Portales, what we've been using is terrible. And so we've got some new radio. I call them radios. We've got some new devices that, matter of fact, we're gonna, hopefully the SIM cards come in today.
Yeah.
And I think we're this close to having the solution that we need. Starlink is part of it.
Yeah.
But Starlink can't always be easily deployed.
Yeah.
In a lot of the places that we go to. well, we can't use it for basketball.
Yeah, that's out.
Elon hasn't figured out how it works through a building. Through a building yet. So Starlink is definitely a big part of our out-of-town configuration. But when we're doing basketball, or you're in baseball, where you're stuck in a box and there's no openings to feed cables and stuff like that. So we're working on it. And I think, like I said, I think we're this close to having what I think is going to be our solution. And once we get that done, because that's the one thing that people do gripe about. They don't say a word for the most part. Yeah. But this is in all of life. Yeah. When it's working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody ever says. Nobody ever complains about it working.
Yeah.
But when it isn't working, and what happens is we have built such a high expectation.
Yeah.
Over the years, that when there's the least little bit of problem, the comments just light up like crazy. Right. And it's not that we're trying to do it on purpose. It's not that we leave the station with the goal of making your experience crappy. We're not sitting there thinking, hey, how can we mess this up for the viewers today? That's not our thought process. So our thought process is to, turn on the radio, turn on the TV, and watch the game. But, we're not NBC, we're not ESPN, we don't have 15 tractor trailers that show up 2 weeks ahead of time of a broadcast. We don't have our own satellite uplink.
Well, why? Why don't we have that?
We have me and Jeff.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a news break right now, and we'll come back and see if we can solve all of our problems at one time.
Yay!
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Virginia's new Democrat-friendly congressional map has been ruled unconstitutional by a circuit court. An injunction blocks the map from being certified and taking effect. Democrats are expected to appeal to the Virginia Supreme Court. Navy Secretary John Phelan has exited the Trump administration. Undersecretary Hung Cao becomes the acting Secretary of the Navy. When will we finally see significant relief in prices at the gas pump? Those in the know speculate, but no one knows for sure. However, prices have come down a bit. Today's national average, $4.03 a gallon. That is up 1 penny from yesterday. Senate Republicans voting to fully reopen the Department of Homeland Security for 3 years and the partial government shutdown. Voting to fund ICE and the Border Patrol over Democrat objections. Now it goes to the House. This is SRN News.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning, I'm John Terrett. The first of the Mag 7 gave us their earnings last night after the closing bell. That was Tesla, and they beat. Many metrics exceeded forecasts. AI, robots, the focus. SpaceX IPO, when and how will it happen? The stock was up about 3.4% in the immediate aftermath of the news last night. As for the markets, they received a lift after President Trump extended the ceasefire with Iran. Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P all flirting with closing records. Oil was up, WTI $92 a barrel, Brent 101, and Bitcoin was just below 79,000. The Wall Street Journal is reporting the Trump administration's agreed to a $500 million bailout for Spirit Airlines based at Newark. President Trump recently said he hopes that Spirit doesn't go under because of high fuel prices. Spirit stock was up 300% at one stage yesterday. It closed up 133%. Boeing's first quarter losses narrowed. Deliveries increased. Kelly Ortberg, the CEO, says expect more weapons orders in the future. Boeing stock up 5.5%. GE Vernova, the power division of General Electric, one of the original Dow Jones 30 members, had a massive beat. The stock was up 14% yesterday. And Capital One, what's in your wallet? Missed estimates, unlike many of its banking peers last week. Cap One down 1.5%. With business, I'm John Terrett.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Now, time for another Otis Advisory.
Well, America's sweetheart, Sandy O. Communist Cortez, has laid out the rules for who gets to take her to homecoming, since Dog the Bounty Hunter was busy.
I'm who everyone wants to date,
Cried Sandy O.
All the old white men want to take me for an ice cream, but I say no sassy pants for you. So quit asking. The rest of you just calm down. There's plenty of AOC to go around.
Honey, you need to cut the dose. Does your mommy know you're here? Could she be looking for you? You need to make a call or something? Many people ask me, Uncle Otis, this sounds like having a personal pandemic all to yourself, like a cry for help. Well, maybe, but it's okay to say no to Pants's handlers, since this kind of viral load can be dangerous unless you stay behind the velvet ropes. We even asked Roy Rogers if he wanted to go out with AOC. Said he'd rather be covered in sticker burrs, and actually he is. But that's just Roy. On a lighter note, back home in her district, a man is shot every 6 minutes, and he's getting damn tired of it. Party of one? So, anyway, we've set up a helpline here at the bait camp. For anybody still wanting to crack at this, you're going to need a number 2 wash tub, a clear shower curtain, and a good police radio for catch and release at the next election. Can you dig it? This is your Uncle Otis, a false and dangerous narrative, and I'll see you at the Peace March.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a quick cold front moving through the area. It will stay really warm today, but the wind could be pretty gusty, up to 40 miles an hour. Afternoon highs close to 90, and we should get sunshine with some cloud cover. Overnight clearing up, and we're in the low 50s. We get sunshine on Friday, looks like upper 80s, and still pretty gusty. Around 90 and sunny on Saturday, upper 80s, sunny and windy Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
But that was all he missed. He ain't coming back. Had a stone bar and a juke joint car. He made a stop. Just long enough. Grab the hand.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. You're being privileged to set in on the meeting of the Brain Trust of KSVP.
TV. KSVP TV, yes.
So it's great times. So let's shift. Let's talk a little bit about world events.
Why haven't we blown them up? That's my question.
I guess that is a question.
Is Trump earning the taco tag now?
What is it? The 3D chess thing? I'm like, I don't know what's. I'm watching it and I can see it from a strategic level. You decimate them. I mean, their military's decimated, but now he's decimating them financially. I mean, it's crazy. So I of course didn't watch any news the past few days on the road, traveling to Nacogdoches and back, and man, that's a gorgeous part of the country. That's beautiful down there in that part of Texas. But as I'm getting to listen to the news this morning, so the blockade's in full force. They've turned back like 28 ships. Did you hear the thing that we actually seized somewhere between 2 and 4 oil tankers in the South Pacific that belong to Iran? So like they just can't even move anywhere at this point. So you guys give me your thoughts. Like what do you think? We're past the 6 weeks that he said it was going to take. What do you guys think the effect on this continuing going on is going to be on elections and stuff?
Well, first of all, we're not there, so we're not in the planning meetings. I did find it interesting. Was it the head of the Navy resigned? Yeah,
the Secretary of Navy is out, and I didn't catch if it was a resignation. Asked him to leave.
From what I understood, it was you're going to resign?
It's interesting, right in the middle of probably the largest naval activity that we've had in decades upon decades, that the Secretary of the Navy's out. And so
something wasn't being done, or is being resisted, or something wasn't being carried out. That's the only thing I can think of, is the Commander-in-Chief told the Secretary of War, this is what we're doing, or approved whatever that was being discussed. And then the Secretary of War is getting either hesitancy or resistance or pushback from, and they're not waiting around for the discussions. If you're not going to do,
if you're not going to do your job,
not going to do what I'm asking you to do, then you can go ahead and resign, and I'll put somebody in the.
Well, and I think that shows some fortitude on the administration's part to go, well, we're right in the middle of this. We probably shouldn't get rid of the guy. It'll have a bad optic. And they're like, it's almost like they don't care about optics,
right?
Which I find quite refreshing, to be honest.
I think the only optics they care about is what the Iranian is, and then when Trump says the things that he says in tweets or Trump truths or whatever, and the Democrats and some Republicans go nuts, I just tell myself, he's not speaking to you.
Yeah.
He's speaking to them. And there's
Exactly.
a language that they understand that we don't use in good company here.
Yeah.
The other thing that I wonder about is, have we destroyed enough of the leadership that there really are two factions in Iran that are fighting amongst themselves to be the eventual.
That seems to be the common
leadership.
consensus now, is that there's an actual military coup. So the new Ayatollah, which Jesse Waters calls the gay Ayatollah.
Is it because he's so happy?
Yeah, he's a very happy young man. He's not ever been heard from.
Right.
It's like they say that he's there, but we don't even know if he's alive.
Right.
But it does sound like the IRGC command is trying to take control of everything from the government itself, like telling they don't have a Congress, a parliament, I guess. I can't remember what they said it was, but it's basically you guys don't have the authority to do these negotiations anymore, and sounds like the IRGC is going to double and triple down. So,
right, and we didn't leave. All of our assets are still there.
No. Yeah, we're just taking a breather.
The thing that you read and you don't know what's true or not is, during this time, have we replenished our supplies, or is it, as some people are reporting, we've burned through all of our missiles so fast that it's going to take us years to replenish our missile supplies?
It's just a silly concept. Okay, so use X amount of munitions, and it takes X amount of years to make X amount of munitions. Well, that's at current rates. That's just because that was what the standard build rate was, because we weren't using them. Well, now that we're using them all up, what are they going to do? The company's going to be like, yeah, we'll triple our production. I mean, that's what we did in World War II. To say we're going to run out of munitions is just kind of asinine. Now, some of the bigger, more complicated stuff, we may be outpacing production models, but I think if they want to up it, they're going to up it. Price might go through the roof, but they can do it. I don't think that's a concern at all.
Yeah. But some people are going to float that out there, and people that aren't aware of those types of situations, are they going to carry that forward and do all that? So again, we're not there. We're not in the room. We have to base it on what we hear in the news, and a lot of it depends on what your news source is. Are you listening to Anderson Cooper? Or are you listening to Jesse Waters? Are you watching Fox? Or are you watching CNN? Are you reading the Wall Street Journal? Or are you reading the Epic Times? It just kind of depends.
Normally in
or the Daily Mail.
in just about any conflict, I always do this. I listen to one side, I listen to the other side, and I always kind of lean to the fact that the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. One person gives their side, another person, and when they're conflicting, I'm like, truth's probably in the middle. I honestly don't believe that at this point in the current media environment. Do I think Fox News probably is kind of being a hype propaganda? Like, they're like, hey, everything's great. When? Yeah, I think maybe they're overdoing. I think they probably could have a little more truthfulness in it. But on the other side of the aisle, it's become so blatantly obvious that as we look at it, the Trump derangement syndrome across the whole thing is so bad. I mean, they're rooting for Iran. I was that congressman the other day was like reposting Iranian propaganda going, yay, awesome. It's absolutely insane at this point. And I don't quite comprehend how people buy it.
I don't either. But as far as it affecting the midterms, we're in New Mexico, so oh well. But
hey, come on, my buddy Greg Cunningham. I'm hoping he's got a chance up there in District 3.
Well, absolutely. I'm not a defeatist. I'm a pessimist. No, I'm not a defeatist. I'm a realist.
A realist. There you go.
But I would, and we ultimately it's going to be based on turnout, and I think it's the same thing in the midterms. And so people will ask, well, how did Trump get elected 3 times? I mean, 2 times. And it's because Trump is one of those generational candidates that motivates people one way or the other to take action.
Yeah.
And is Greg that kind of guy? Whether it's Greg Hull or Greg Cunningham or whoever, Duke Rodriguez, whoever it is, Turner. I don't know that they're that generational kind of a personality. So we're coming into the midterms, and so the excitement, and Trump's going to do his part. He's going to go out, he's going to do his campaigning, he's going to endorse his candidates, he's going to try to do everything he can to motivate people to come out to vote for the people that he endorses. But there's certain element of the population that they voted for Trump because they wanted to vote for Trump, and they didn't really look down the ballot or care about what's down the ballot. So this is going to be a tough one. If the price of gas is high, but see, the price of gas is high, but I don't know that, and other things have gone up in cost, but other things have gone down in cost, and I don't think we're hearing the inflation talk like we were hearing during the Biden administration.
Well, and I'll ask Aaron about this, but if I'm correct in my analysis of it, price of oil has gone up, gas has gone up, but the stock market's still hitting all-time highs. So normally those are inverse, right? And so with everything going, so to me that means wealth is being built and created. More wealth is being created. And so that spills over into everybody, And so I'm curious as to whether or not that's the case.
Look at.
I want to go back to the election real quick because I had a point that you made, because you made a really great point. Inspirational leaders.
Yes.
So that's. Love him or hate him, he is an inspirational leader,
right?
And I think when people inspire you, you act, and I think that's why you get a higher turnout of voters for people going to vote for a guy like Donald Trump.
Reagan was like that.
Yeah, Reagan was like that.
Inspirational.
Yeah, he's a guy you look and go, I'd follow that guy anywhere.
He the best picker of the team? Was he the best administrator of the administration? You can have your discussions and your debates on that, but he was an inspirational. The Morning in America, the whole thing.
But that's what we've got to see in picking candidates and stuff. Not just about who's got the most money or we think this guy can win. It's more of, does he inspire people to go, man? He's right. We've got to go fight for this.
We got to get this guy,
because it's a fight, it's a battle, and unless someone's inspiring, they're not going to follow you into battle. And they'll just sit home. They're like, whatever. Everybody's got their own. Well, it's already picked. It's already decided. And my vote doesn't count. All the excuses for not voting. Me and you've had this. Like, how do we locally inspire at our people? We can't control Carlsbad, but can we inspire people in Artesia to turn out, man? Because the turnout is dismal. It really is. And so I'm hoping that we can. Primary's coming up next month, right? So pick your candidate who you think is the most inspiring leader out of that whole group, and go vote for them. But then as soon as that thing's over, my worry and concern is that we're not going to coalesce behind that one person, because this half over here didn't get their guy in, so they're like, well, forget it, it was rigged or whatever, and then they won't show up to the general, and then we're sitting under MLG to the 10th power.
Because the other side doesn't care about it. They'll pick whoever they think is the least problematic person, and then their machine will get the vote out.
We'll pour into it.
They'll work the absentees. They'll work the earlies. They'll work the senior centers. They'll work the mental institutions. But
the graveyards.
That's exactly right.
Exactly. My grandfather always voted Republican, but he just in the last election voted Democrat, and he's been dead for 6 months.
Yeah,
but
I've always said, one of the best things about being brought back to life in 2007 was I'm not going to be voting Democrat.
Yeah,
but that's a great point, and because the other side's machine is going to generate the vote for that side, whereas the Republican or conservative side tends to be, where's the inspirational person so that I feel good about going out to vote?
Yeah.
Otherwise, my vote doesn't matter. It's an uphill battle, and I'm just not going to participate. Whereas the other side's machine just
the other side will vote for whoever gets put up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our side's like going, well, that person's not principled enough for me, so I can't vote for him.
Yeah, and it's and I understand. I understand it. But
And that's all over. It's like was in Maine, one of the reps has a Nazi tattoo on his chest.
Yeah.
And it's like,
they didn't even care. The Democrats still vote for him.
It's like, oh, that's not what it means.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I really hope, I know we can't, all we can do is talk about it really and encourage people, but man, we've got to get some kind of mechanism to get people to get out there and
get
vote.
the turnout. Yep.
I mean, because I don't know about you, but about 90+% of the people I meet in this town are all very conservative people.
Mm-hmm.
But yet they're not showing up at the polls.
Right.
And it just kind of boggles my mind. So.
Yep.
But anyway, all right, Artesia. Well, thanks for listening on our hour of fun. You got some sports, you got some politics. What else? What more can you ask for? You know what I'm saying?
Stroke and Seizure Show.
The Scott Stroke and Seizure Show. All right, folks. We'll be back after these commercials and the news.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
This is Dan Lewis running for New Mexico State Representative in District 66. Conservative to the core, I bring real experience working in the oil and gas industry, officiating college football, and earning my MBA from New Mexico State. I know how to handle pressure and deliver results with common sense financial responsibility. Let's protect New Mexico values and keep our community strong. A 50-year New Mexico resident from Artesia. Vote Dan Lewis for House District 66.
Damn right, that's the man.
Paid for by Dan Lewis for State Representative. Did you know Artesia Ford now offers a mobile service? That's right, we come to you. From fluid and air filter changes, battery and wiper replacements, low tires to diagnostic scans and software updates, Artesia Ford's mobile service makes light maintenance easy and convenient. Call Stephen Chavaria, your mobile service manager today, 575-746-3578 to schedule your visit. Limited services and distances apply, so don't wait. Get service on the go with Artesia Ford.
Step into a world of magic and adventure because The Wizard of Oz is truly timeless. And now it's coming to the Ocotillo stage as the Artesia Arts Council partners with Way Way Off Broadway to bring this beloved classic to life April 25th and 26th, featuring talented local performers, vibrant costumes, and all the wonder of Dorothy's unforgettable journey down the Yellow Brick Road. Don't miss your chance to experience the magic live. Secure your tickets today at artesiaartscouncil.com. Ad paid by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Hey Artesia, are you looking for something beautiful, meaningful, and made right here at home? Come visit Sunflowers at 1010 West Main, your local flower shop that's all about community. From fresh, handcrafted floral arrangements to stunning custom turquoise jewelry and locally made leather goods. We celebrate the artistry of New Mexico every day. Stop by, say hello, and support the heart of Artesia. Call us at 575-748-1010 or visit us online at sunflowersartesia.com. Come celebrate community, connection, and the spirit of Artesia. Sunflowers, where there's joy in every bloom.
Hungry for flavor? Since 1965, La Fonda and Artesia has been serving up some of the most inventive New Mexican dishes around. From rich, slow-cooked red and green chili to sizzling carne avocada, every bite is tradition with a twist.
That chicken enchilada plate, so spicy, so comforting, just what I needed.
Come visit us at 210 West Main in Artesia or call 575-746-9377. We're open Monday through Friday from 11 till 2 and 4:30 to 8. Closed on weekends. Treat yourself to something local. La Fonda, where flavor feels like home.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
This is KSVP and K229AS Artesia.
President Trump is out with a new warning about the Strait of Hormuz.
In a statement posted on his social media site, the president ordered the U.S. military to shoot and kill Iranian small boats that are choking the Strait of Hormuz. He said there is to be no hesitation. The president also said the military is intensifying its mine-clearing effort in the critical waterway. And the strait, he said, will remain under U.S. control until Iran is able to make a deal. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Israeli and Lebanese officials meet today in Washington looking to extend a fragile 10-day ceasefire that began last week. Following months of delay, the European Union has approved a $106 billion loan for Ukraine.
The package will help Ukraine reach its economic and military needs for the next 2 years. The decision came after Russian oil began flowing again through a key pipeline in Hungary and Slovakia. The EU also approved new sanctions against Russia over its war on Ukraine. Both Hungary and Slovakia had previously blocked approval of the loan and sanctions because of a feud with Ukraine over halted Russian oil deliveries. Ukrainian officials blamed Russia, saying it had damaged the pipeline with drone attacks. Ukraine desperately needs the €90 billion loan package to support its war-ravaged economy. I'm Karen Shammer.
Virginia's new Democrat-friendly congressional map has been ruled unconstitutional by a circuit court. An injunction blocks the map from being certified and taking effect. An appeal to the Virginia Supreme Court is expected. An $81 billion Warner-Paramount mega-merger has cleared another hurdle. It has won shareholder approval. Watching Wall Street this morning, stocks have turned mixed. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 11 points, while the NASDAQ Composite Index is 25 points lower. The S&P 5 points higher. More on these stories, townhall.com.
If you don't care about saving 50% off your wireless bill for the same 5G coverage the big guys are charging a fortune for, maybe you care about keeping jobs at America. Pure Talk does. They've pledged to run their entire operation from this country, including all their customer service. Or maybe you care about our nation's veterans. Pure Talk does. They've donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to America's Warrior Partnership, a fantastic organization working hard to prevent veteran suicide. Or maybe you care about closing America's skills gap. Pure Talk does. They're a proud supporter of MicroWorks. They're helping my foundation train the next generation of skilled workers. Don't get me wrong. Saving money's great, and you'll save plenty with Pure Talk. But if you want to be in business with people who share your values, dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
2 trains have collided in Denmark, leaving 5 people critically hurt, a dozen others with minor injuries. Police call it a major incident. The collision happened early today north of Copenhagen. A spokesman for the North Zealand police says there were 38 people on board the 2 trains. Investigators looking into the cause of the collision. Photos show the front ends of the trains smashed, but both remain upright. Local mayor says some of the injured were airlifted to a nearby hospital. The British Parliament has passed a bill to make cigarettes inaccessible to future generations in the UK. Children born after December 31st, 2008 will never be able to buy cigarettes under the new tobacco and vapes bill. Legislation awaits formal approval by King Charles. It will also regulate tobacco, vaping, and nicotine products. The UK will have one of the toughest anti-smoking measures anywhere in the world. News and analysis at townhall.com. Police are hunting for a 17-year-old on charges of attempted murder after a weekend shooting near the University of Iowa, Iowa City campus. 5 people were treated for gunshot wounds and 1 woman remains in critical condition. Looking for a partner to challenge you in a game of ping pong?
A paddle-wielding robot is so adept at playing table tennis that it's posing a tough challenge to elite human players and sometimes defeating them, according to a new study in the journal Nature that shows how advances in artificial intelligence are making robots more agile. Japanese electronics giant Sony built the robotic arm it calls Ace and pitted it against professional athletes. Ace proved a worthy adversary, though one with some non-human attributes. 9 camera eyes positioned around the court and an uncanny ability to follow the ball's logo to measure its spin. Keith Peters reporting.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
Today's KSVIP is Margarita Compost. Margarita is celebrating a birthday on Saturday the 25th. Happy birthday to a great fun-loving friend who is not afraid to do anything. Most importantly, she's the best grandmother to all her grandkids. And this is from the Widow's Mite. Today, Margarita, you're going to receive a flower from Nell's Floral and KSVP. Today's KSVIP, Margarita Compost.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. It's Thursday, April 23rd, 9 o'clock hour. I'm your host, Scott Pettis, and I'm joined in studio by Miss Jessica from the Ocotillo.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Oh, we're wonderful.
It is nice out there today.
Right now it is.
Is
But
this
I see the flag just get a little more straight in the air.
Don't say the word.
It is.
Don't say it.
I have already said it like a dozen times on the radio.
I haven't
morning.
heard it today.
Yeah, so you just pretend it's not happening. Springtime in the desert.
For sure.
Yeah. So they're like, a cold front's coming in, but it's not actually going to get cold.
Yeah, just get the wind.
Yeah, we just get the wind from it. It's like, you got to be kidding me.
Aw.
So anyway, so I'm not up to date on everything going on. Because you sent someone else took the spot last week.
Sandra was in. I had some sick kiddos last week, so Sandra came in and shared about the Women for a Better Artesia, which I'm proud to be a committee member there, and happy to host the event in the Ocotillo.
Seems like that event went really,
and
really well.
And I was so sad to miss it. It looked amazing.
The kids were that sick.
Yeah, I missed the whole day.
Oh man!
And a couple birthday parties the next day after. I was having FOMO.
Yeah.
The fear of missing out on all of these things. But yeah, the Women for a Better Artesia event was beautiful. Sandra Borges is our leader there, and she does a great job kind of pulling it all together with great vendors. It was decorated beautifully. Nice little, the Buzz Buggy is like a new business in town, and they do like really fancy cocktails, which is really cool. And yeah, just seeing all the nominees and the award winners all dressed up, it's a good time to, wear your fanciest dress in the back of your closet. And
yeah,
it was a ton of fun, just being able to help them get that together. But I was very bummed to miss the evening. But yeah, I sent Sandra in last week. we're back this week. We have a lot coming up definitely this weekend and going into the summer. We have a new schedule printed for our season of April through August. We kind of sectioned that out for everything that we have going on. And of course, we're going to have a busy fall as well. So we're excited. But yeah, this weekend we have Wizard of Oz coming. So way off Broadway will be bringing their cast and their crew. They've already brought all their stage props and a lot of their equipment. But they'll be coming in tomorrow to start doing their setup and final rehearsals. And so they were doing that play in Roswell, had really great attendance. And our tickets are going pretty quickly as well. If you're wanting to reserve a seat or sit with the group, I would definitely recommend getting on, especially for Sunday. Sunday's selling out pretty quickly. So Saturday, well, Saturday's so busy, it's prom night. Saturday's prime. So I actually won't be there Saturday either.
Well, you can watch the rehearsal and then Sunday.
And way off Broadway, they are a self-working machine. I mean, they do this production in Roswell as well, so they've been doing it the last couple weekends. So really, it's just my front of house staff, which I have great volunteers and staff that are going to be able to be there and take care of the event on Saturday, and then we have a matinee on Sunday. So we're super excited about that. Tickets are available on our website. The adult ticket is $35. A child ticket is $15. And so if you'd like to get on, and it's artesiaartscouncil.com, go ahead and purchase your seats for Saturday or Sunday and come and join us.
Yeah. So how cool is it to get to watch the rehearsal stuff?
It is fun.
That would, to me, that'd be almost as much fun as actually watching the production.
I mean, seeing it come together, right now it's a mess on our backstage, but, I'm like, what is all this stuff
you ain't got
for?
a lot of backstage.
But yes, there's not a ton of room back there, and their props are pretty large. But seeing it, start to finish come together is really cool. And, I mean, these actors and crew, they are true professionals. Honestly, they're way off Broadway, but Roswell, most of them are from Roswell and surrounding areas.
Oh, okay. So
they all come together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So they'll also be bringing Frozen in November. So they're they have a continuous schedule. They're already, casting for their next thing at this point.
I'm going to go ahead and tap out of that one now. I don't want that song stuck in my head.
We'll make sure.
All during my daughter's childhood, I had that song stuck in my head.
It's such a classic. I feel like anytime I need to let something go, I can't help but say, "Let it go."
See, now I'm gonna have to kick you off the show.
And we're done.
Awesome. Yeah. So Wizard of Oz this weekend, Saturday 7 p.m., Sunday 3 p.m. Get on and get your tickets now.
Yes, please come and join us. We want to give them a nice, large crowd to, welcome them to Artesia.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
And then I know it's just.
So I'm going to try
I'm looking at May as like a list there.
Yeah, I'm going to try and keep it brief and kind of summarize some of the stuff we have coming. We have the Create With Me class that we've been doing the first Friday of every month. So that's been growing every Friday.
That's for the little toddlers.
Yes, and we actually removed preschool off. We figured if you're free from 10 to 2 on Friday and you're either homeschooled or have younger ones, really the projects are open to, any age level. I enjoy doing them.
Okay.
But, I feel like they're more directed for the preschool age group. And so it's an experience for parents and preschoolers to come in. Doesn't have to be a parent, can be the babysitter or somebody that loves them. To come in, it's a $5 craft, and you guys can do that anytime between 10 and 2 on Friday. So they're going to be on the first Fridays all through the summer. So May 1st, June 5th, we're going to be doing another one with a slime lab. So that's another add-on in June. We knew maybe we'd have more kids that one. So we added a slime lab, which will be fun. They can create all kinds of different types of slime and add-ins and stuff like that and take it home. Yeah, we can do it at the Acatio where we can make a mess.
I'm glad I don't have little kids right now because I don't want to take slime home.
Definitely. I ban slime from my house, but I can do it at work. So
especially
that's
if you
fun.
have carpet.
Definitely. So sorry in advance for that, but the kids will love it.
Kids are going to love it.
You can just toss it, behind their back whenever they're not looking. So that's what I do.
Drop it in the dirt on accident.
Oh, no, it's ruined. Not my kids. They'd be like, it's fine. I'll wash it. I'm like, oh my gosh. They are obsessed. So, and then our next couple of events, we have movies with the Boy Scouts on May 8th. That's a Friday.
Oh, cool.
So they'll just be doing an evening show that day.
Okay.
On May 9th, we're having a Mother's Day tea party. So tickets are available on our website for that. It is going to be a day from 11 to 1 on May 9th where you can come in with your kiddos. Your ticket includes a tea tasting. So Moss Moon and Meadow, she's a vendor here in Artesia. Her name's Amy. She'll be bringing hot and cold teas for you to choose from and some snacks. Then we'll be doing moss art, and we are doing Polaroid picture frames. And so they're clear acrylic frames. We'll have embellishments and stuff where you'll take a photo with your kiddos, and you can always replace the picture if you'd like, but you'll decorate the frame there so that it'll be a little memory thing for you to take home for that day. So that's May 9th. I also want to let people know that the oil patch market will be started back up on May 9th. So we're looking at doing that in the evening on May 9th. Still trying to get some of the details ironed out on that, but I wanted to let vendors and let people know that May 9th, that evening, we will be doing an oil patch market.
Okay.
So, what else? May 30th, we have Puppy Pals coming. So if you enjoyed Popovich that we brought in a couple years ago with the trained animals, we have another crew coming through. They were on America's Got Talent, and they use adopted dogs to do all kinds of different acts and performances. Great. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I have seen that one on the internet.
Yes, yeah. So May 30th, Puppy Pals, and then later on in June 12th, we have Dr. Nativo coming. He is reggae Guatemalan music, and so very different, very interesting.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, yes, check, please come. So they'll be coming through, and just wanted to stop in Artesia. So that one's going to be a fun one. And then after that, the next thing we'll have is Hooks and the Huckleberries. They're coming back through August 29th. So that's kind of what we got, live music. And then we'll just go through the summer calendar for education stuff if we have a couple more minutes.
You got about 5 minutes.
Okay,
Go right ahead.
perfect. Well, we have a jam-packed summer. So this is one of my favorite parts of my job, is doing helping Nancy with the planning for what we're going to do for the kids through the summer. So we have 3 exciting camps coming. We'll be doing STEAM Art Camp June 16th through the 19th. So Kristen Morton will be the instructor for that. It's going to be Tuesday through Friday for a few hours, depending on their age group. It'll be in the morning or the afternoon.
Okay.
And that's just the science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and how those things work together, how we can do art and make, your students more confident in the classroom and more creative thinkers as well. So I would really encourage you to bring your kids to do that. That's going to be ages 5 and up. June 16th through the 19th.
Okay.
And then on June 30th, we are going to be kicking off our very first performing arts camp. So we have an instructor out of Carlsbad. She's come down and do like the fire dancing and stuff like that. So she can do all kinds of different things. She does stilts and staffs and fire dancing, scarf dancing, all kinds of different things. So what we'll be doing is putting together a performance that, and this is going to be open to adults and older kids, because it's going to be more advanced performing, but also parts for little ones too.
Great.
And they'll be doing that performance at the 4th of July celebration. So they'll be practicing all week to The Greatest Showman, and then we'll play the song and they'll do their performance at the end of the week.
Wonderful.
So it'll be really fun. And then we have Missoula Theater Camp July 6th through 11th. So that will be the theater camp where they bring in all the props and costumes. Your child will try out on Monday, and then they'll get their part, practice their lines, and put on their play by Saturday. So this year we're going to be doing The Little Mermaid, which is really fun and super cute. I'm excited about that. So that's our educational stuff for the most part. We're also starting up the art of ... So basically every Friday we'll have a different instructor coming in teaching the different types of art skills. So we have charcoal, we have clay, we have storytelling, poetry, watercolor, and so those will be more advanced classes. After the Create With Me, we'll be moving into older teens and adult classes. So those will be also on the first Friday. So lots of art happening every Friday at the Ocotillo. So just kind of put that in your mind if you're looking for something fun to do this summer that's different. It's indoors, it's nice and cool. The Ocotillo we're open Tuesday through Friday, but on Fridays we'll have open art pretty much where you can come in no matter what age you are and do some sort of creative activity.
That'll be great.
We're pumped for that, yeah.
A lot of educational stuff this summer. Really put together a good package.
After kind of looking back at a lot of the stuff that we do, most of our funding and partnerships and sponsorships come through our education. And so really that's what we feel like we make the most difference in and most impact in the community. And so we're going to continue doing that. And, I feel like the summer is the best time to do it. Everybody's so busy during the school year. And so we do what we can then, but I feel like the summer is the time that we can really, put some of those things out there.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody about it. And you could have your kids in something every single week throughout.
Truly.
So there's so much activities for them.
I was thinking the same thing the other day. I was just driving and I'm like thinking about our schedule coming up and I'm like, my kids are going to have the funnest summer ever. We're going to be so busy. So they really love everything that we do down there. They're not artists, but since I've started this job, they are doing more creative things and they are really enjoying learning new things. So even the Missoula thing last year was their first year, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they were really nervous about it. Like, Mom, this is not really our thing. And they're like, just try it. They're waiting and excited for this year.
Yeah,
so they pumped. Yeah.
Okay.
One last thing I wanted to throw out there is that you should start your running training now for the 4th of July 5K because we'll be doing that. So Saturday, July 4th is going to be a big celebration in Artesia. It's the 250th birthday of America, which is super exciting. We had a chamber meeting this week, and I'll tell you, they are going all out this year.
I missed it. I was like, oh no.
Well, it's okay. I mean, there wasn't many of us, but it was good to have a smaller group just to kind of get down to some of the planning. So a lot of the details were ironed out there. But yeah, the Arts Council will be hosting the 4th of July color run. And so we did that last year. It was a ton of fun. But we're trying to work on a kind of like a citywide salute where everybody meets downtown before the parade to kind of just to take a moment of silence for prayer, pledge, and all of those things as a city. And so just a moment, I guess, of like gratitude before we all get started doing our golf tournaments or all the things going on.
So much going on.
But yes, if you'll start your training now, you may be able to win the 5K. There isn't prizes, but only for best dress.
But you get the bragging rights.
The bragging rights, that's right. I think we actually did do prizes last year for like the top runners, but yeah, go ahead and mark your calendar. Join us that morning. We'll start about 7 a.m. But more details to come on that.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much.
Of
a lot
course.
going on. We look forward to this summer. It's going to be a great time.
Thanks, Scott.
All right. God bless.
Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, and here for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of the Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a quick cold front moving through the area. It will stay really warm today, but the wind could be pretty gusty, up to 40 miles an hour. Afternoon highs close to 90, and we should get sunshine with some cloud cover. Overnight clearing up, and we're in the low 50s. We get sunshine on Friday, looks like upper 80s, and still pretty gusty. Around 90 and sunny on Saturday, upper 80s, sunny and windy Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
Incredible in Artesia is open for business, ready to give you the hometown quality and customer service you know and love. Georgia and her team specialize in in-house design for quality custom business cards at a competitive price. From scanning to desktop publishing, if you need it, they can do it. On Main Street across from the Derrick Floor statue in downtown Artesia. For all your printing needs, think Incredible.
Looking for a proven solution for facial wrinkles and the loss of facial firmness? At Care Valley Dental, we offer expert Botox treatment designed to soften fine lines, smooth wrinkles, and create that refreshed look that you want. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher, and as facial professionals, we are the true experts with advanced training and precision you expect. You owe it to yourself to experience why Care Valley Dental is the expert in Botox treatment.
Come see the team at Care Valley Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 575-622-4455.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
What does it mean for a roofing contractor to have heart? How about braving a 24-hour road trip with a bad back and a 20-foot-long trailer through Interstate 40? You heard that right. A local business needed a new roof, but this business did not want just any roof. They desired a schoolhouse roof with red shingles. Well, we wanted to give our customers exactly what they were asking for. The only problem was that the red color of shingle they were looking for had been discontinued in our local region. But we didn't give up then. We were told by our supplier that the schoolhouse red color of shingle that we were looking for was still available in Arkansas. So we did what was expected of us and drove 24 hours, and we delivered on our promise. If you need a roofer who delivers on their promises, call Trustmark Roofing today at 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
I'm Doug Turner, Republican for governor. Here in New Mexico, our oil and gas industry isn't just part of our economy, it's the backbone. It funds our schools, powers our communities, and provides thousands of good-paying jobs. But instead of supporting it, progressives like Deb Haaland want to shut it down. As governor, I won't let them. I'll stand with our energy industry, not punish it. Because when oil and gas succeed, New Mexicans win. I'm Doug Turner, Republican for governor. Everywhere I go in New Mexico, I see it. Potholes, crumbling sidewalks, dangerous roads. And every time I hear excuses from politicians who've done nothing for years. I'm Doug Turner, Republican for governor. I don't make excuses, I get results. As governor, I'll fix our roads, invest in infrastructure, and hold bureaucrats accountable so tax dollars benefit you, not politicians. We have the resources. It's time we use them to get the job done. I'm Doug Turner, and I approve this message. Paid for by Turner for New Mexico.
Artesia, welcome back. We're now joined on Zoom, Mr. Aaron Irving. How's it going, brother?
I'm living the dream. How are you?
Yeah, man. I don't know about a dream, but you know, it's good. Yeah, but
good.
All right, man. So I missed you Tuesday. I hope Gene did okay. You know, I know he did all right. He's a decent fill-in for me. You know what I'm saying? And so, what? Give me a great joke today, man. I need a big laugh.
Need a big laugh. All right. Might be in your wheelhouse. We'll
okay.
See. So I had a tree that I wanted to remove because it was too close to the house. I called a tree guy, and he came out and did a nice job cutting down the tree. He asked me what I thought, and I said, it's nice, but what about the stump? He informed me that he's just a tree guy who cuts down trees. If I want a stump removed, I need to call a stump guy. I found a highly recommended stump guy, and he came out and got the stump out and said, there you go. I asked him about the hole. He said, I'm a stump guy. I just remove stumps. I don't fill the hole. Long story short, he told me I would need to call a landscaper. I got a hold of a landscaper and told him, I'm about to leave town on a trip and I don't really care what you do, just fix the hole and make it look nice. So I got back from the trip and I found he planted a tree.
Yeah, I knew that was coming because that's how do you fill a hole? Put a tree in it.
Right?
That's always the answer. And I know where you can get trees. Lots of them. Awesome, man. All right, well let's hear that market report. I'm interested to see what's happening, then we'll chat about it a little bit afterwards.
All right. This is Aaron Irving with LPL Financial, member of FINRA and the SIPC, bringing you your mid-morning stock market report for Thursday, April the 23rd. Stocks are little changed this morning as traders digested gains in the previous session that sent the S&P 500 and NASDAQ composites to record levels, along with the latest earnings and developments out of the Middle East. The S&P 500 was trading 0.1% higher, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ composite dropped 0.1%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was trading just above the flat line. Some of the big movers today include IBM and ServiceNow, which dropped 8% and 16% lower after reporting their latest earnings results. Shares of Tesla dropped 2% when CEO Elon Musk warned that capital expenses would rise substantially as the electric vehicle maker moves into AI-powered self-driving cars and humanoid robots. Texas Instruments, however, was a bright spot, with that stock soaring more than 16% on better than expected earnings. United Rentals also surged 20% following an earnings beat, making it the top performer in the S&P 500. Both the broad market S&P 500 and tech-heavy NASDAQ composites finished at record levels yesterday after President Trump extended the U.S. ceasefire with Iran. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ composites rose 1.05% and 1.64% respectively yesterday for the day, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 0.69%. Still, geopolitical relations in the region remain tense. A lack of commitment from Iran reportedly resulted in Vice President J.D. Vance pausing his trip to join peace talks. Iranian state media also reported that Iranian negotiators said they would not be present, calling talks with the U.S. a, quote, waste of time. Also yesterday, Iran's Navy said that it had seized 2 container ships in the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump this morning also ordered the Navy to, quote, shoot and kill any boat laying mines along the strait. There is to be no hesitation, Trump wrote in his post. Currently, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is 14 points lower at 49,475. The S&P 500 is up 4 points at 7,142, and the NASDAQ composite is 23 points lower at 24,634. West Texas Intermediate crude is up 49 cents a barrel at $93.45. Stocks of local interest. HF Sinclair is down 41 cents a share at $59.05. Walmart is $1.23 higher at $131.21 a share. Duke Energy is up $2.31 a share at $127.56. And ConocoPhillips is $1.97 higher at $124.59 a share. This is Aaron Irving with Oakley & Irving Wealth Management, serving business owners and energy industry professionals in the Pecos Valley and beyond. You can find us at oiwealth.com or at our offices in Artesia and Carlsbad. You can call us at 575-887-7075. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. Securities are offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA, and the SIPC.
All right, man. Hey, so, I don't know. I'm just examining it from a layman's point of view. But it seems to me, oil's up 90-some-odd dollars a barrel. And at the same time, the stock market's hitting record highs and continuing to do well, at least hold steady in these record highs. How do we take that? Is that a sign of like wealth generation, like wealth is being created and grown? Like, because it seems to me like that those are all really good signs. In the middle of a war, this is happening, you know.
Yeah, typically when you have oil rise like that, you're going to have the stock market. We saw it drop a little bit when the conflict first happened, and oil jumped up. But I think the market's kind of seeing through it, seeing it as a more short-term, bump in prices. And for us, it's a good thing to have higher oil prices because I know the rest of the country dislikes it, but we're kind of going, okay. Yeah. So I think kind of the best case scenarios have it, if it drops down to the $70 or $80 range, it seems like it's way lower to those people. Yeah. And but it's higher for us, yeah. Pumping oil, so yeah, because we're not setting at 60 anymore, So right. Yeah, it's kind of that equilibrium thing, finding that market capacity of what the market can handle and what keeps the business going. So absolutely, that's good. What's your take on the blockade and
and kind of the financial chokehold that Trump's got over this whole thing right now.
Yeah, I think the blockade's good. I'm ready. I think Gene said it earlier today. I'm ready for him to just, if the negotiators aren't negotiating, why don't we drop a bomb on their head and get new negotiators?
Yeah, I know we're in the middle of a ceasefire, but it seems like they've still got leaders being taken out. So probably by their own people, but and so I don't know. I just look at the whole thing and I go, from a strategic point of view, it's really smart because we're in a rest and refit period, and we're ready. We in a moment's notice, it could be it'd be a 48 hours to wipe out the remaining targets, and so we've got all the cards. They can't make money. They're losing $500 million a day. That's an insane amount of money that they're not getting, and so they can't last much longer. So that's a month or two, maybe.
Yeah, and while you got people jockeying for position as the leader, all the leaders are probably not feeling very secure with their lives right now.
Right. So. Yeah. I mean, they got it. Basically, it sounds to me like they got a military coup happening within their own borders at this point, and the IRGC is trying to take over from the religious, side of it. So, I mean, which is kind of a replay of 1973, and from Shah to Ayatollahs, and we may see a reverse here. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen, but it's quite interesting to watch.
It is definitely good. If you're a political science major, this would be.
Oh yeah, like you're just eating this up right now. You're just just like, oh, this is amazing. One of the things I always encourage people is look at what's happening around you because you're living in history right now. This is stuff that's going to be talked about 100 years from now because this is a world-changing event. The world's going to look different after this, regardless of which direction stuff seems to go. Just the display of military power that we've put on during this thing is going to make other countries think twice. It's like, oh, wow, they are a little more powerful than we thought they were. So I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
So, all right, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Looking forward to it, and we'll see how things go over the weekend. Something's probably going to get blown up over the weekend. He kind of waits till.
Usually after close on Friday.
Close on Friday, blow stuff off all weekend.
Be done by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, and then hey, no, everything's good. It's Monday. Yeah, why stock market? Go ahead. Oh, it's fun to watch. So, all right, brother. Well, God bless you, man. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
God bless you too.
In SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Israeli and Lebanese officials meeting today in Washington. They're looking for a way to extend a fragile 10-day ceasefire that began last week. Virginia's new Democrat-friendly congressional map has been ruled unconstitutional by a circuit court judge. An injunction blocks that map from being certified and taking effect. An appeal to the Virginia Supreme Court is expected. Federal Appeals Court has blocked California's law requiring that federal agents must wear ID. Senate Republicans have voted to fully fund the Department of Homeland Security for a period of 3 years. They overrode Democrat objections to that. Now it's up to the House to decide the issue. Stocks in the red on Wall Street this morning. Right now, the Dow is down about 34 points. The Nasdaq off 113. The S&P trading 7 points in the red. More details, srnnews.com.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. Time to catch you up with some softball action where the Artesia Lady Bulldogs are doing very well. On Tuesday, smoking Portales by a score of 11-0 to move to a record of 17-4 on the season, 4-0 in district play. That game was in Portales. Caden Apodaca did it all for the Artesia Bulldogs. The senior had a 3-for-3 day, 2 doubles, a home run, and she was the winning pitcher. She had 12 strikeouts. Artesia plays at Goddard Friday. A doubleheader starts at 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, the doubleheader didn't go well for Carlsbad on Tuesday, losing a pair at Hobbs, 4-1 in the first game and 6-2 in the second game. Carlsbad 9-11 overall, but still 4-2 in district. They'll host Clovis in the Twin Bill Friday, starting at 4:30. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
Turn up your radio. Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
This is what the president said to me last night, and it was as I expected. It was not a shock to me that he said this. He said, Sean, he goes, I can wipe this place out. I said, I know, in 15 minutes. He goes, no, I could do it in 5. He actually said those words to me. I can. He goes, I really don't want to, because if we end up going down that road, it's not just going to be the IRGC. It's not just going to be the guys in suits that would prefer a negotiated settlement or seemingly prefer. I'm not sure if they're all coordinating or not. Well, we'll know soon enough. And he has that option on the table, and it's a very easy option.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Hey, when the price of gold and silver were rising faster and faster by the day, I mean, setting record after record the last couple of years, people kept asking me if they missed the boat. They thought gold and silver were too expensive. If you were asking for lower prices, all right, now you have lower prices, and they may not last for long. Look, I think the recent pullback makes sense. When things rise that fast, they usually recalibrate. That's part of the market process. And I play long ball with precious metals. Get your free Goldco information kit. You can start there. Do your due diligence. They're the #1 gold and silver company in the country. 8,000 5-star reviews. Plus, they have the best gold and silver offer in the business, hands down. They're offering a 10% bonus in gold and silver on qualified orders. So don't wait for prices to potentially shoot back up higher than they already have. The fundamentals, they always seem to be the same. 855-815-GOLD or HannityGold.com. That's 855-815-GOLD, HannityGold.com today.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a quick cold front moving through the area. It will stay really warm today, but the wind could be pretty gusty, up to 40 miles an hour. Afternoon highs close to 90, and we should get sunshine with some cloud cover. Overnight clearing up, and we're in the low 50s. We get sunshine on Friday, looks like upper 80s, and still pretty gusty. Around 90 and sunny on Saturday, upper 80s, sunny and windy Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Welcome back, Artesia. Weather's still warm and windy. Warm and windy, that's it. All right. Hey, we're going to close out the show here in this segment. Oh, Jeff, if I can get Jeff to come on in here in a little bit. Hey, there is an event that I forgot to promote, and it's a little shameless self-plugging here. Next Friday is the 114th annual May Day breakfast. So if you guys don't know what that is, over at First Church Artesia, every May 1st on May Day, we have a big breakfast for everybody, and it's only $10. You're going to get pancakes, eggs, bacon, all that stuff, and we would love for you guys to come out. And if you want tickets, you can give me a call, 575-513-2117, or just text me at that number and say, hey, come by and we'll buy tickets. Businesses, we'd love for you to, I'll be out Monday selling tickets. If you just buy a bunch of tickets for all your people, and let them all come grab breakfast before work. We start serving at, I'm the guy in charge and I can't remember, 6:30. We start serving breakfast. The show will be live from there that day. Luckily, it's Jeans Day, so I don't have to hold down the whole show. It's always a great time, and I can't prove it, but I feel I'm right in this. It is the longest running event in Artesia. I don't know anything else been running for 114 years.
I nothing off the top of my head.
That's a lot of pancakes.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking, like, if you could calculate the number of pancakes cooked in 114 years at this event, we have a blast with it. And this year, all the money is so every year we pick a local mission that we donate the money to. And this year, it's going to the Bridge Men's Sober Living Home, and so it's a great way for you to support them. So, like I said, $10. You can buy tickets at the door. So and we have carry out. So if you got to get your food and go, hey, that's great. We do a lot of carry out. Or you can hang out and maybe you'll get on the show.
Yeah.
You know, we take walking guests during that thing.
And from my calculations, you have made 153,330 pancakes.
I don't know how you come up with that, but I'm going to go with it.
Oh, dude,
yeah, because I mean, last year we served a little over 400 meals, and there's 2 pancakes in every one, right? And there was some left over that I munched on afterwards. So
I know I had some.
Yeah, it's a great event, a lot of fun, and I just to support kid, I got to continue to support something like that. Yeah. I'm like six years away from an 120-year event. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep pressing, ladies and gentlemen. You guys keep coming out and supporting us. Get tickets for your family, for your friends, for all your employees, and we'll jam up. It's a good breakfast too.
Yeah. And that is something that there'll be someone that comes in from various companies.
Yeah.
And picks up like 15, 20.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
To-goes, and
it gets crazy. I mean, we're just like, hashing out food there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So we want everybody to come join us for that event. So hey, I was going to ask if you're going to come out from our Friday night event at the Wads for Warriors event, but you'll be at baseball.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be doing a doubleheader.
Doing the double headers. So.
And Saturday night, I'm going to try to go watch Wizard of Oz.
Are you?
Yeah.
I hope we can make it this weekend. It's hard owning a business that is open on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then preaching on Sundays. So
yeah.
Monday's my weekend. And usually that's just home chores. Like go fix this, go do that. Yeah. So, well, what else is going on that we can talk about that we want to make sure people know? Are you excited for 4th of July?
Oh yeah.
I am too. I think it's going to be a big one. I think it's going to be huge. You're going to come out and skydive with us? Oh, you can.
Oh, I think
got to talk to a doctor and see if you can get some clearance.
I know my neuropsychologist, when we're going over activities that I can and cannot do.
Yeah.
I think skydiving, she said, I just need to make sure to wear a helmet.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of joke, I'm like, really?
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Like, so this is just like snowboarding.
Yeah.
Just put on a helmet and I'm good.
Put on a helmet, yeah, if you're going to have a seizure, having it at 13,000 feet, at least it'll be a different view.
Yeah. Yeah. A little shaky downfall.
Yeah. We're actually trained to deal with that if that stuff happens in the air. Yeah, we talk about that. We talk about all kinds of medical events that can happen in the air. It's rare. It's super rare.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to be ready for it because, at 120 some odd miles an hour, you can't figure it out then.
when you say super rare, I'm also part of the 0.06% of people to ever survive an internal decapitation.
Yeah, Jeff is a rare creature in and of himself.
So chances are, I got to have some seizure medication before I jump out. I got to make sure I have my pill.
That's probably a good idea. Make sure you're up on your meds.
Drop a pill before I jump.
Make sure you're up on your meds. So, and remember, you sign a waiver.
Oh, yeah.
You sign a waiver on everything. So,
no.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to 4th of July because there is just a ton going on.
I wish this is one of those. I wish I could be back in D.C. for this one.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be huge.
It's so beautiful on the mall.
Oh, yeah.
Just the fireworks reflecting over the Capitol.
Yeah.
on the mall. And it's just beautiful. So I can't imagine what it'd be like this year.
I'm really excited about this. Have you seen any of the stuff from the Museum of the Bible, the reading of Scripture?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so like right now, they're actively, like someone's there right now reading. So they're reading through the entire Bible.
Oh, wow.
Right now. And they had President Trump do a passage. And man, I had it in my head earlier and now I've lost it. But they had him read a portion of the Bible the other day. And they're just each taking turns stepping up to the lectern and they're reading through the whole Bible. And I think it's going to culminate on May 7th, which is the National Day of Prayer.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have a huge prayer service over the country. And, I think it's an amazing thing to see an administration that's so behind, say what you will about their actual personal salvation, but as a concept that a nation, a leadership of a nation that's saying we need to return to God and, seek his blessing. Yeah. I guess I'll step into this thing. So a lot of people really start to shy away from this term. But I would describe myself as a Christian nationalist, and a fellow pastor of mine, a very, very influential man. He's quite amazing. He put it this way the other day, and I thought this is the best way I've heard it. It's people like, what is a Christian nationalist? We believe that the country should stop doing things that make God angry. Yeah. That's it. Let's stop as a country. Stop doing the things that make God angry.
Yeah.
He's not neutral. He's said this is the way it should be, and when we're constantly pushing back against that, we get what we get.
Yeah.
God does bless and curse nations still to this day. He's in charge of the borders. He's in charge of where we're at. He's in charge of where we were born and what country we're born in. All of that's his. It says it right there in Acts 17. And I go, yeah, let's as a nation, let's stop doing things that go against him. And so I'm excited, I really enjoy that. Pete Hegseth starting up the prayer service and the stuff at the church at there, and it's funny. Everybody, I haven't looked into this. I guess he was speaking, and he read something and quoted it, and it was apparently out of Pulp Fiction. It's not like, I haven't looked into it all.
Yeah.
But I'm like, people make mistakes. He's not a Bible scholar.
Right.
And so I go, it was kind of a silly move. But if that's exactly what happened, and I don't know exactly what happened, that's kind of the way it was. So, hey, you know what? We're going to go to commercial break. And, Gene, if you could come on in here, I'd appreciate it, brother. I'm going to let Gene take the show over. I've got to go for a family thing that's going on. And I just want to tell all of you, we love you, and God bless you.
Hey, take me out of my old trade. Take me out of my ride.
Hey Roswell, spring out of your old car, truck, or SUV today and hop into a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle with massive savings during the Spring Out Sales event at Roswell Ford. Are you still making payments on your current vehicle and want out early? Your friends at Roswell Ford need your trade today, so we're willing to overpay even if you owe up to $10,000 more than your trade is worth. We'll do whatever it takes to help you escape so you can upgrade to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit with great rates and terms, even if it's less than perfect. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. Interest accrues from date of sale with approved credit, subject to lender approval. Offers not combined.
It's the Build a Better Burger Sale at Finn's Country Market in Artesia. Select bags of Char King, charcoal, or wood pellets are $5.98 each, and select varieties of Kraft American singles are $3.98 each. In produce, heads of iceberg lettuce are 99 cents each, and Texas 10 to 15 sweet yellow onions are 69 cents a pound. In the meat department, family packs of 80% lean ground beef are $4.39 a pound. These are just some of the Build the Better Burger bargains this week at Finn's Country Market in Artesia.
There is a difference.
We're involved in the community. We believe in this area.
and we reinvest locally to help the local economy. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA. There is a difference.
It's time to level up your future with an open-world adventure at Southeast New Mexico College's STEAM Expo and Open House. Thursday, April 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. at the SENMC campus, 1500 University Drive. You'll get to explore 8 worlds, collect stamps for epic loot, and unlock your future. All loot sponsored by SENMC Digital Media Program, and your chance to win a MacBook Pro, AirPod Max, and more. This event is powered up by ConocoPhillips and inspired by science.
Looking for power, performance, and a whole lot of game day style? Come to Major Supply, your one-stop shop for industrial goods and outdoor gear. With the brands you trust, Milwaukee, Rigid, and much more. Built for the job site and tough enough for any task. And when the work's done, gear up for game day with team apparel, sunglasses, and all the sporting equipment you need to play hard and cheer harder. Tools, threads, and everything in between. Stop by today at 1808 South 1st in Artesia, or check them out online at MajorSupplyLLC.com.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet, so make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
All right. Happy to be here to be able to jump in and take us the last 5 minutes of the show today. We do have, this is today, Thursday, we've got Bulldog Baseball today, 4:45, with the pregame show and Joby's interview with Coach Bickle. And first pitch at 5 o'clock. It's the Lovington Week Series for the Bulldogs, as they will be in Lovington tonight and then at Brainerd Baseball Park for the doubleheader tomorrow. Softball tomorrow will be at Goddard, and we'll have our Goddard crew streaming that on KSVPTV.com. The draft is tonight. The NFL draft starts today. And on 92.9 The Brand, you can hear the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network draft coverage. Starts at 5 o'clock. And the Cowboys have 2 picks in the first round this year, so that's a pretty cool deal. All right. Let's see. I think that's the main important stuff that's going on. Want to make sure you get signed up for all of that and pay attention to all that. And we're just trying to make sure we get all this stuff worked out and ready to go for the rest of this week. Of course, next week is the last week of the baseball and softball regular season. Artesia softball will be at Lovington on Tuesday, and that they'll wrap up their season at home with Portales. The Bulldogs next week, baseball will be will be playing Goddard. They'll have Goddard here a week from tonight on Thursday, and then they'll finish up the regular season with the doubleheader at Goddard. And I'll tell you, the last 2 or 3 years, that Artesia Goddard baseball series has been really fun to watch. These two teams have been battling it out for the supremacy in district and in 4A. Last year, Goddard won the district series, but then Artesia goes on and wins the state baseball championship last year in Albuquerque. Goddard's got a lot of talent back from last year. Artesia's got a lot of talent back from last year, and they're both playing really, really well. They're well-coached teams, and they've got a lot of good talent. So need as much fan support out as we can get to help cheer these guys on. And I'm really looking forward to it. And that's what we've got going on. So on the radio and on the TV tonight, Artesia baseball at Lovington. And then tomorrow on the radio and on the TV, Artesia baseball versus Lovington from Brainerd. And on the TV tomorrow, Artesia softball at Goddard. Goddard got beat by Lovington on Tuesday night. Goddard and Lovington in softball are both 2-2. Portales is 0-4. Artesia is 4-0. So Artesia, if they take care of business in softball tomorrow night, they're in the driver's seat to win district in softball. They'd have a pretty good lead with just 3 games left to go in the season. Baseball, kind of the same way. Artesia, after the first week of the baseball district, is 3-0. Goddard is 3-0. Lovington is 0-3. Portales is 0-3. And I don't anticipate that changing after this weekend. Goddard is playing Portales this week. Matter of fact, Henry is going to be in Portales tonight, so you can watch the Goddard baseball game at Portales tonight at KSVPTV.com, and then they'll be at the launch pad tomorrow for their doubleheader. And I really don't anticipate anything changing. I would think after this week, Artesia would be 6-0, Goddard would be 6-0, Lovington and Portales would be 0-6. Lovington and Portales will play their 3-game series next week while Goddard and Artesia face off against each other. And because they're a 3-game series, you can't have a tie, you know. Artesia and Goddard's going to play each other next week, and somebody's going to win 2 games and maybe 3, and somebody's going to lose 2 games, maybe 3, and that'll determine who the district champion is. And we'll go from there and see. I'd be curious to see. I hadn't looked at the 5A stuff. If Carlsbad's leading their district and Artesia has wins over Carlsbad, that's a criteria point. Wins over a district champion regardless of class. And, of course, next weekend, May 2nd, 3rd, is when the NMAA will release their brackets for baseball and softball, and we'll see where everybody lands and how all that works out. All right. Say your prayers to Scott and his family, if you would. That would be very helpful for them. And I'm Gene. I'll see you back here for the Friday edition of the show. This is KSVP Artesia. It's 10 o'clock.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington.